Okay, what's up, guys? Peasants Podcast, episode 4.
Woo!
And it's back down to 4 because Jared had to go back to school.
What a piece of shit.
4 as in, we're on episode 4, but now we have 4 people again. How dare Jonathan have a life?
For real. What an asshole.
What an ass.
And once again, I'm joined by...
Jacob of Retrotech, of Retrotech Homes.
Cooper Klein 13.
And Daniel, or Copperhead. Whatever you want to call me.
I don't
I'm
know.
all yours, baby.
Oh my. Oh my.
Alright, and this week is going to be interesting.
I'm still trying to figure out why, though.
We're going to start off with the biggest news of the last week. PlayStation announced that they're going to start adding PS4 games to PS Now.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't know what that is, PS Now is this dog shit service that they came up with that allows you to stream PS3 games to what started out as PS3, PS Vita, select TVs, and eventually it came to PC. But recently they dropped support for PS3 and PS Vita, and now we know why. So this has been a good sign for a lot of people that actually like games, like to play games, but
The fly is bothering me too, keep on.
yeah.
I didn't even see a fly.
The Sony fanboys have been on suicide watch.
Oh my god.
seeing this news because now their whole exclusive argument has crumbled.
Oh, God.
So,
who gives a shit?
Yeah, the corporate slaves are upset, but meanwhile I'm over here like, this is cool, but PS Now sucks dick.
Well, it's good for me because I can finally play Uncharted on PC. So, I think it's good.
It's cool. I have a PS4 and I don't stream shit, so no, I'll pass.
There's
But
nothing
it is cool for people like,
Like me, who
basically.
don't have a PS4.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm in the position where I'm not in the position where I'm like, oh my god, I must have this. So I'm perfectly fine with not participating.
Yeah, and you said you can't because
Oh,
your
I
internet's
can.
not that good.
I can, but
You
streaming...
can't. Your internet's not that good.
Streaming, my shit would cut off like midstream.
That's the next thing. This service can barely run PS3 games at the same quality as like the
That
downloaded
too.
version. It's
Oh,
you
God.
get a little bit of added latency because it's streaming. The visuals take a hit because it's streaming, and it's overall just an inferior way to play the game. So unless they've drastically improved it since then, or since its current state, this is gonna crash and burn. And I also have to call out a bunch of PC gamers that I've seen saying that they're gonna be able to play these games now. Last I checked, you PC elitists didn't want to play games at 30 frames.
Oh.
So, are you really gonna play these games when they're still 30? You can't. This isn't a port to PC. You're playing the PS4 version of the game.
On PC.
If anything, an inferior version of it because it's being streamed. So these people saying, oh, I can play Uncharted 4 now. You're going to be playing it at 1080p 60. I mean, 1080p 30. Maybe 1080p 60 for multiplayer, but that's it.
I could care less,
You
personally.
could care less.
I mean, I
Some of
just
these-
want
We
to
know
play
how
it.
superhuman
Some
you
of
are with frame rates.
these PC fuckboys are like, no, I need to play at least at 70 frames per second.
That's
They're not gonna
stupid.
play this. If they do, they're hypocrites.
What the hell was that?
Or scan the computer that's now no longer active. But yeah, so it's cool, but they have to improve the service. PS Now is such a fucking failure right now.
Yeah, like, I can understand how it's, like, unacceptable to have that kind of quality, but I don't care. I'm just here to play the game.
We know that Daniel is an absolute superhuman when it comes to tolerating exceedingly low frame rates.
5 frames.
So I don't
I
care
just showed-
how Uncharted 4 looks, I just want to play
I
it.
just showed him
It's a
Batman.
great game, so you forget.
I just showed
about
him
it.
Batman maxed out running at 90 frames and
Yeah, it's
just blew his fucking mind.
it's really cool.
My laptop can barely run LA Noire. It's sad.
Wow.
Damn.
That's an
Yeah,
old
I know,
game,
and that
too.
was a PlayStation 3 game.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Well, it's Rockstar.
well, the thing about LA Noire on PC is that it's exceedingly terribly optimized.
Oh, okay, well then
It is
that
absolutely
explains it.
terribly optimized. If you want to play LA Noire, get it on PlayStation or was it on Xbox? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's on
Just
Xbox.
get it on the consoles because the console is superior for LA Noire. That's disappointing to say the least, but them's the breaks. Thanks, Rockstar.
Yeah. Beautiful. But yeah, they're gonna start doing some private tests in the next few weeks with certain PS4 games. also need to say...
Do we know what PlayStation 4 games they are?
Nope, and that's why I need to bring up, I don't think we're going to get games like Horizon or Uncharted 4 on their day one.
Damn it.
Definitely.
Well, Uncharted 4 maybe because it's been over, it'll be been a year.
They put third-party games on
Horizon Zero Dawn has been
will.
doing it so well for the PlayStation.
That's a topic later on, too.
It's like, no shit, they're not going to do that one because... Fuck you, consumer.
I mean, they might put stuff like Knack and Killzone.
We got to have a good fiscal year.
Yeah, I expect to see Knack or Killzone for sure.
I kind of...
I completely forgot about Knack.
Yeah, that's
So did
true.
everyone else. Sorry about that, folks. The recording stopped for whatever reason. Continue
User
on.
error.
Where were we when it stopped?
We were talking about the Horizon. Like it had like.
Oh yeah, that's a topic later on too.
Oh yeah,
It's
they were
doing
making a
really good.
Knack 2.
Knack 2.
Yeah, I was just saying like that was bringing up Knack will probably be a game they have on the PS Now thing because it's getting a sequel I think this year.
Is that
or
game
next year?
Good? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
an
a good
acquired thing.
challenge. It's got a unique
It's
art
a launch
style.
game.
Yeah, it's a launch game. Horribly unoptimized launch game.
Oh god.
Like
really?
the frame rate can go from 22 to 60.
Ew.
Wow.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
goes. Yeah.
No.
So yeah, that's that. Sony fans can hold this L. Or my bad, Sony fanboys can hold this L. Gamers can hold this W. And you PC gamers are hypocrites if you actually play these games and they run at 30.
Like I just like I don't see why there has to be a fanboyism personally. Like
These people have nothing. They have no life. So this is their.
like honestly.
I don't.
I will say like I hope this like helps developers realize they should develop games for PC first and then port them because
It's funny. I made a video the day before this announcement saying I want Sony to put their classic games on PC. Like,
Oh, yeah.
a legit port.
yeah.
The next day they announced this, and I'm like, well, that's one.
That's
One
one
step
huge
closer.
step. It's a huge step. I will say that.
So hopefully they like next gen with PS5 they announce a thing similar to Xbox Play Anywhere.
I mean,
Just put the games on PC.
I mean, shit. If they put the original Spyro trilogy on
Oh,
the PC,
yes.
buy, no questions asked.
Yeah.
I mean, when I
seriously.
saw that
Spyro.
Oddworld Abe's Odyssey was on PC, I was like, done.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Have my money.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But the whole fanboyism thing. It's just, all it is people complain that more people can play a game.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's,
Speaking of games coming to PC, we're getting very close to the Tai 2 release date.
Oh, yeah, 3
We're
days.
recording this on St. Patrick's Day. I'm not drinking today, damn it.
I guess I got some green right here in the logo.
I got a green shirt.
But once the sale starts,
Ty comes out on the 20th.
Yeah, Tai 2 Bush Rescue comes out on
doesn't
the
it start
20th.
off with a discount?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to buy the first game to get the full discount, but you still get a lot off.
There is a first week discount, and then there's also an owning the first game on Steam discount. So there are 2 discounts that stack on top of each other.
Yeah, I'm buying that day one.
I'm buying that shit.
Oh, like no questions asked.
I'm gonna wait till it's close to the final build before I play it, but I'm still gonna buy it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll play
Any
it immediately.
more words on this, or time to move on?
Time to
I
move
guess
on.
move on.
There's nothing really much to say about PlayStation games coming to PC other than hallelujah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna on to some other news. The Nintendo bitch has sold over
or glitch, whatever you're inclined to say.
has sold over 1.5 million units, and 89% of those people bought Zelda.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So Zelda sold 89% of
Isn't that the only game on there?
Yeah.
There were technically, I think, 5 other launch games.
It's Zelda Breath of the Wild, Snipper Clips, Bomberman R.
Bomberman.
Yeah, Bomberman.
Okay.
Some random NES game. I can't remember what it is. And
I don't
They
count
ripped
that
off.
Yeah, I don't
from
even count
online.
that one because that's the one that's supposed to be getting free for the month.
Oh my god.
And only for that month.
oh yeah, and then 1-2
One,
Switch.
two, bitch.
Oh god.
1-2 Switch, which could have been a WarioWare title.
I actually
And
got
should have been bundled with the Switch, but you know.
I actually got to play a Switch in person. This
How
kid
was
in
it?
my on my programming class brought us to school. I got to see him play Zelda. Then I got to use one of the Joy-Cons and play Snipper Clips with him.
How was it?
It was interesting. The screen is high quality, as I would expect. The Joy-Con is way too fucking small, as I expected. I had the one on the right, so I had to do this, and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
as hell.
you got a T-Rex.
You have really big hands.
Like literally the
Yeah.
stick. It's like shit. Even this Roku remote's too big. It's like, okay, imagine half of the Roku remote, and the stick is okay. Like here, that's the stick. That's the A, B, or whatever buttons are.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the size of a Joy-Con.
Oh,
It's bad.
I have a little carrying case for my earbuds. They're Beats earbuds, and it comes with a little folding bag. I folded it in half, and it's about 4 inches long and about 2 inches wide. So go ahead and give it a gander, and like
Picture that.
and then
like
the left Joy-Con is the opposite problem. They're too far on this side.
yeah, like the analog stick is in the center of it, and then the D-pad's like bunched to do it. Like your thumbs are constantly making
exactly.
out.
Like if you're gonna like hold it with one hand, especially for like a one-handed game, that would be annoying.
Oh, and there are also shoulder buttons on it too.
Oh my god!
So imagine playing Mario Kart on this tiny.
Yeah,
little
like
thing.
they tried to
you think the NES controllers cramped?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
haven't
Like they
seen the
tried to like
Joy-Cons.
miniaturize an
And
NES
like it
controller.
was good enough to get the job done, but if I played that for more than 10 minutes, my hands would have been cramping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
But other than that, it was decent enough. The system is still shit, but like I mean, it's at least shit with sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
So
that's basically what that comes down to.
So yeah, it's still 1.5 mil. Is anyone surprised?
Yeah.
No. It's the first month.
It's the first month, and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
And Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips has been amazingly popular for the system.
Yeah. It actually was fun.
It's apparently a great game.
And it's gonna sell more when Mario and Splatoon 2 come out. So it'll probably approach 6 mil by the end of the year. I don't know.
It's Nintendo. I mean, it's not gonna.
That being said, I'm glad that they kept their promise and kept Zelda on Wii U because I played that.
Yeah.
That's a topic later on too.
Yeah.
And now we have another talk about the bitch. Nintendo was lying to consumers, saying that dead pixels aren't a defect.
Oh yeah.
Shame on you, Nintendo.
Yep.
Shame.
And I looked around multiple sources to see if anybody else had did this, and they were saying that while it is characteristic of an LCD screen, it still should not be happening fucking less than a week after launch.
And what I don't understand is why on earth the touchscreens on the Switch are being terrible. I have had the Wii U gamepad and the Wii U console for years, and I only have one dead pixel. And even then, that was when I got frustrated and dropped the when I dropped the gamepad. So, like over several years of having the Wii U gamepad, I only have one dead pixel, and it's barely noticeable. And yet the Switches are coming out with massive chunks of dead pixels, worse than my phone screen.
Jeez, that is ridiculous.
And it's like, what the hell?
What was the excuse for it? Or
It's natural.
They said it's characteristic of an LCD screen. It should not be considered a defect. Which is bullshit.
From what I've read,
so in other words, deal with it.
Yeah.
Because from what I've read online, like there's an industry standard or something that allows like a certain amount of dead pixels.
I got the exact quote right here. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, but like it allows like a certain amount of dead pixels on a screen or display.
That is
shit. It's stupid. Like I don't agree with it. I mean
there should be zero dead pixels.
Exactly, because that's considered a defect.
This is why you do LED screens, not LCD.
Like the Vita. Okay, here's Nintendo UK's support site tells customers this.
Oh, of course it was.
Small numbers of stuck or dead pixels are characteristic of LCD screens. These are normal and should not be considered a defect.
No, they're a defect. It's a defect.
Wait a minute. Did Nintendo of America and Nintendo of Japan say this as well, or was that just UK?
I think it was. All I can see here is from UK.
Well, still,
oh my god! I can't even imagine like an Australian person getting the Switch and then they have to deal with Nintendo of Europe and their bullshit stance on it. And like Australia is notoriously bad for games. And like you pay $60 for a game here, you pay $80 to $120 over in Australia.
Yeah, Australia's expensive.
So
isn't it bad in Canada too?
No,
it's worse, but not bad.
It's not, and the only reason why is because they have the tax because of all of the socialized programs that they have.
Gotcha.
Their tax is just higher over there.
It's naturally higher cost there, but it's still
not a huge.
It's not a huge thing.
Like what's 60 here is probably like 75 there.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but in Australia you get the shaft so badly.
And for example, back in 2004. The same thing happened with the Nintendo DS. There were dead pixels. And then they actually exchanged the systems that had problems.
Yep.
So Nintendo just don't give a fuck.
That was Iwata doing his magic, because I believe that was a decision directly done by Iwata to recall those systems.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying, because like if this defect is considered acceptable, then how far are they going to go until they consider something a defect? You know,
I watched this analog stick. Watch this one video. This guy, he was a Nintendo fan. He still is, but he's more critical of him now. Yeah. He had a Switch. He was playing it, and it was making this sound. It sounded like a fucking bomb was about to go off. Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
it was like. That's literally what it sounded like.
Oh my god. Okay, Jacob, please isolate that sound and send it to me.
Oh, I have you covered.
That ringtone.
That's a ringtone right there. Oh my god.
That's what it sounded like.
Oh man,
his name was Shokyo. Go check that video out if you want.
Oh, Shokyo, yes.
I was like, what the hell? And he turned it off and back on. It still wasn't working.
Yeah, there's also this horrible like sort of screeching noise that's going off through the system. And also, God forbid if you accidentally there's like a little extra attachment that you could put on the Joy-Con. That has a wrist strap, and also you can like slide it on.
If you put it on the wrong way, it won't come off.
If you put it on the wrong way or put the wrong strap on the wrong Joy-Con, it will not come off.
Oh my god!
Like it slides on easily, like it slides on perfectly, but you ain't getting that shit off.
Someone got it off, but they had to use a fucking knife.
They had to use no, it was a fork.
I know someone that used to use a knife.
Oh god!
Good god!
No, there was someone who cut their finger open.
Well.
On it. It's like
well, you see,
it's like little little kids. Like Nintendo went so far as to make the stickers on the cartridges taste like battery acid, so that kids won't swallow them. Yet they had the massive oversight of these Joy-Cons getting irreversibly stuck. Yeah. Like little kids are going to have this console, and a grown-ass adult cut his finger wide open trying to get this.
No, but that's acceptable. See, that's normal.
I'm not parading that.
We had Nintendo natural selection.
Little kids are going to have this console. That is a massive defect that you should be horribly ashamed of.
Nintendo has...
They're not going to recall it. They have too much pride.
Yeah, their quality control has just gone to shit.
And also, you can't put skins on it because the material of the system will degrade if you put stickers on it.
Yeah, the coating on the Switch will come off if you take the sticker off again.
What a piece of shit! Oh my god!
Also, the docking station is horribly cheap. It's mostly plastic. Yeah. It's like literally mostly plastic.
And there's rumors of the screens being scratched from.
No, it's not. It's not even a rumor. It's confirmed.
Oh, it's confirmed now.
Like you put the Joy-Con, the Joy-Con.
It doesn't really stay there.
You put the Switch in. It doesn't stay there. It sometimes flickers because it's so cheaply made.
Oh god.
And also, the plastic is hard edged, so it actually scratches the screen.
That is absolutely
people have scratched their screen in less than in less than 10 minutes of use. The screen was already scratched.
What an absolute
and we're not done yet.
Like we're not.
Are
done.
You serious?
It gets better.
But wait, that's bull.
The biggest problem with this thing is the Joy-Con signal. What? So I got a whole article right here. There's been these rumors of Joy-Con signals being screwed up, especially with the left Joy-Con. It'll become desynced or something during gameplay.
Oh, it's not a rumor. It's confirmed.
It's confirmed now.
Oh, good.
And now here's the funny thing. I'm going to find the official statement from Nintendo. They had a list of stuff that you should keep away from your area of play.
Oh, yeah. It includes RCA radios.
Basically, there was someone there that made me literally like, what the fuck? They want you to have that be the only technology in the whole room.
Yeah,
I think one of them was even a pacemaker.
One of them.
Are you serious?
I saw aquarium.
One of them was aquarium. One of them was USB 3 device.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
USB 3 device.
Apparently that emits off a
you
signal.
mean every device nowadays?
You can't have any other. That's a PS3, an Xbox, a laptop, a computer.
Anything that you
use.
Microphone.
They also said not in your microwave. I gotta find the official statement.
Aquariums have been pretty bad too.
That is...
I don't remember. I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but I believe pacemakers are also on the list. I think. Do not go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, because I think
check that out too.
I
Looking
think
up the
I
official
might
statement.
be, but I believe I heard somewhere that pacemakers are on the
I
list
wouldn't be
too.
surprised.
Holy shit, Nintendo.
Nintendo's
Anything
just
tech-
fuck Nintendo. Oh
also
my
sell
God.
smartphones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Would you have to
wow.
use a smartphone to do the fucking online for this console?
Are you serious?
So
Oh, yeah,
how the
but-
fuck do they work
So
that
how
out?
do you operate the fucking piece
Switch.
of shit?
You don't.
You don't.
Oh my god! Like,
Recall. Like I said, this thing needs to be recalled.
you know that like initiative where like everyone was trying to find like every copy of Shaq Fu and destroy it. I want them to do
yeah.
that with the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
just-
Shaq's Order 66. Yeah.
But that is ridiculous. Like I'd soon use it as a
All right, here it
doorstop
is.
than a console.
Nah, that's an expensive.
Yep,
doorstop.
here it is. Here's all the bullshit that they say not to have it close to. Behind the TV. What the fuck?
Behind the TV.
Near an aquarium. Just near.
Wait, okay. Well, whenever you dock the Switch, doesn't it go up on the TV?
Yes.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Make sure the dock's
Oh,
right
I'm
in front
sorry.
of
I'm
the
sorry. I can't use your console.
The dock is so cheaply made, and the signals from the Joy-Cons are so weak that you have to be within 4 feet of the console.
So literally, like, right.
Might as well play it portable. Now here, behind the TV, near an aquarium, placed in or under a metal object. A fucking stand, if you would. Pressed against a large amount of wires and cords. Within 3 to 4 feet of another wireless device, such as a wireless speaker or a wireless access point.
Or another wireless controller.
The phones
And
count.
don't stop. Yeah, phones count. And it doesn't stop there. Laptops, tablets, etc.
Oh, etc. So
Wireless headsets.
Oh.
So
wow,
basically,
the list,
don't have any
the
other
list
technology.
is so long they
they
decided
have
to
to
do
put
an etc.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wireless printers.
Oh
Good.
my god.
Microwaves.
The Virtual Boy.
Wireless speakers.
Razors.
They put that one twice. Cordless phones.
Oh my god.
USB 3.0 compatible devices such as hard drives, thumb drives, LAN adapters, etc.
And the elderly.
So
So
yeah.
So the PS4.
The PS4, this laptop, any computer made in the last 10 years, a bunch of fuckery.
And any Japanese, Chinese, or Taiwanese made sex robots.
You have to encase the console in like
A dome.
what is it called, like an anti-Faraday cage or something. It like blocks out signals or something.
I have no idea what the fuck
It's
you're
like
talking about.
a metal mesh. They use it in planes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, also, the docking station, the docking thing controller that you put the Joy-Cons onto that makes it look like a derpy puppy dog face.
Oh yeah.
That doesn't come with a charge. That the model that comes with the console is the
Doesn't charge
charging one. You have to pay you have to pay like $40 for the one that actually
Fuck
charges
no.
the
Yeah.
Joy-Cons.
It's a bunch
And
of,
even then, the left Joy-Con desyncs.
Yep,
Shit.
it's a bunch of fuck shit.
Oh my god.
It's like I get early adopter pain
Oh
of
my
stuff.
God.
Oh my god.
I get the early adopter pain of new stuff, but never had any problems like this with my PS4.
And people are still defending this thing?
Yes.
Nintendo fans, okay, that's another topic. Nintendo fans are going to keep damage control on this.
Oh good god.
People are damage controlling this. I saw one dude say, well, why do you have other stuff? You have to Switch. What more do you need? I'm like,
Are you
bruh,
serious?
these-
Wait, he actually said
that's how gone these dudes are.
Wait,
Oh
what?
my-
What did he say?
He said, why would you have anything like they mentioned here? You just need to Switch. What more do you need? I'm like, are you that far gone? Are
sorry.
you that far gone?
You need a
food,
wire.
water.
You need a wireless router. You need a house phone. You need a cell phone. Well,
USB.
we arguably don't need a cell phone, but it's
Kind of a necessity.
You need some stuff. They're
and if
just
you're in
gone.
college, you need a printer.
They're just gone.
You need a laptop. You need a television to play the damn thing, unless you want to play.
No
in
living
wireless
being
mode.
can be around the console.
The console is gone.
It's just, yeah. And I see damage control.
No tech peasants allowed.
Yes.
I just move on. I see the damage control. I keep scrolling because that's all. I just can't.
Oh god.
You can
No.
say you like the
I see
games,
the damage
okay.
control. I go back to playing Zelda on the Wii U.
The version that actually works.
The version that actually works better.
Better?
Oh my.
Yeah.
It does?
It does.
Well, I'll get to that when I go into a 30-minute block of ranting about
man.
Breath of the
Well,
Wild.
okay. Let's
Good
say you know
God.
how you can dock it and undock it.
Yeah.
You might as well play Zelda in portable because if you dock it, you're getting 20 frames.
Are you? I thought
When,
docking gave you.
You get
like,
900p, but you get 20 frames. And that
No,
official,
no.
the
Like
official
Daniel?
Nintendo seal of quality.
Like Daniel, let me explain how Breath of the Wild works. Essentially, when you're playing it on just the Switch console,
Yeah.
one, you have the danger of the Joy-Cons randomly flying off, but two,
Just imagine them like exploding out like rockets.
no, seriously, some of the head just become so weak on the Joy-Cons that they, you can literally flick them and they fling across the room.
Oh my god.
So imagine you're holding the Joy-Con and then all of a sudden the Switch tablet goes right.
It's so bad that it made Jacob choke. Oh,
Like the Switch console just boom, falls onto the floor. Ow, that hurt. Okay, but anyway. The Switch has a 720p LCD screen.
yeah.
And
that much I knew.
and because of the lower resolution, it's able to run everything better. However, when you dock it into the station, it upscales it to 1080p. But for Zelda, it's 900p because that's the best they can do. And because it's running the extra resolution, it also drops the frame rates like a motherfucker. Also, there are extra alpha effects that are done onto the Switch to make it prettier, but it ends up making it look worse because the Wii U doesn't have it, but it looks infinitely better because it's running more stably.
I thought my understanding that is the dock had a little bit extra power.
No, the dock isn't the power. It just
Daniel?
provides extra cooling so the tablet can run at a higher clock rate.
Oh my.
Daniel, the dock is literally a big piece of plastic with a microchip, like a microchip set in the corner.
Yeah, it just
And
provides
that's literally
cooling.
all it is. You crack it open, it's there's a small 4-inch by 2-inch mother a little board inside with some chipsets and some cooling things, and the rest of the docking station is literally all plastic, black hard plastic. That's all it is. It's all plastic.
That's what Nintendo is. A bunch of plastic.
Fake. It's all a bunch of
That's horrible.
It's
That
funny.
is awful.
And it's funny. The best plastic Nintendo can seem to put out are the fucking amiibo, and that's it. That's the best plastic you're doing,
Became
Nintendo,
a toy
right now.
company. A toy company that also makes
That
video
being
games.
said, I bought as many of the new Zelda amiibo as I could.
God damn
I
it,
couldn't
Jacob.
find the Guardian. I have amiibola. I like these little plastic figures.
At least you can sell them one day and you'll become rich.
Yeah, eventually.
Okay, so let's go ahead and switch.
I have to let my body cool down from the heat. I'm radiating from being pissed off.
All right, and now let's go ahead and switch over to this topic.
No. That, folks, that was the sound of my neck fucking snapping. God damn. Fuck that. Kill me now.
Kind of gaming related. It is. Chicken's cough is kind of gaming related.
I'm okay.
Alright. So if anyone watches or knows of Kind of Funny Games.
Oh God, what the fuck
Colin,
is that?
It's basically Colin Moriarty and Greg Miller left IGN.
Right,
And
okay.
made their own thing.
Yes.
Colin Moriarty announced that he's leaving Kind of Funny Games.
Why?
Well, the real reason is I'll go back before. There were rumors earlier that they started off in their basement. In the house. They just started off in the house because they were small. They grew from there because of Patreon, their fans, and their YouTube channels and stuff. To where they could afford the studio, afford to go to these conferences and everything. So it was going smooth, but they were kind of burned out about it. More so Colin. He didn't really want to do video games anymore. He wanted to do his own thing, like make a book or something, talk more about politics and stuff like that. So, basically on Women's Day, he made this joke, and it was literally a joke.
Oh God, no, that's not
saying where he was it was like peace and quiet # National Women's Day.
Oh man.
No,
no.
A day
It
without
was
a
a
woman.
day without a
day
woman.
without women.
Oh
peace and
my
quiet.
God.
Yes.
Now he said that, and he has a fucking girlfriend. His girlfriend left at the joke, so everyone that got offended, it can just prove how stupid they were because they couldn't tell it was obviously a joke. So that happened, and then Kind of Funny had to do a statement because when you're relying on fans for Patreon stuff, you gotta do a statement to make sure everybody knows. Just saying that they didn't agree with the joke or whatever, they don't condone it or whatever.
We didn't mean it.
And then later on, 2 days later, Colin said he was leaving. People thought that was the reason, But that's not the reason. I think he just used this as a scapegoat.
I wouldn't fucking leave after that. I would continue to make more jokes, and if people get pissed off, then so be it.
I think he just used it like, well, this can be my scapegoat to...
All right, John Tron.
You Nazi? Hey, if people want to get triggered...
Hey, Vsauce.
Hey, Vsauce.
I should probably be talking too later on, but yeah.
Honestly, if people want to get triggered over something that fucking stupid, then be my guest. I'll just continue doing it.
Our guest.
No.
No.
Our service to the
I'm not trying to copyright.
Fuck. They can't copyright a cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your cover.
Well, yeah, so he left, and that's pretty much it. He's going to do something else, probably not gaming related. I don't see a problem with this. He is one of the few people in games in the media that actually knows what he's talking about 9/10 of the time. He has said some stuff that's legit stupid, like people don't care about resolution and frame rate.
What?
There's an amount of people out there that do, so I don't know why he said that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't, but there's enough out there that do. So that statement was stupid. My notable things I remember he gave The Last of Us a 10. He's been with IGN for a while. Sin, that's those I remember.
I haven't followed IGN in
he left IGN
years.
like 2 or 3 years ago. I forget when they started Kind of Funny.
Yeah, I even forgot about him. Like I used to watch a lot of their videos, but I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever he's doing, good luck with that. I'm sure Kind of Funny I'll be fine.
Well, good luck with that.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Anyone else got any thoughts about that or?
I don't really know much about it, so I'll take your word for it.
But I do agree with what Daniel said. Like, if you want to get pissed off, then go ahead.
Then fuck off.
Keep doing it.
Go somewhere else.
All right, I'll do this next topic, then we can talk about hold on. Actually, yeah, we can talk about it again. Okay, next topic. Horizon Zero Dawn sold 2.6 million in 2 weeks.
I heard about that actually.
From what I've seen from the game, it looks
That's actually above. I think that's above their expectations.
Is it the most selling PS4 game right now?
No, it's the biggest debut for a new IP on PS4. Because like in comparison, Uncharted 4 sold 2.7 in a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a new IP and it did 2.6.
That's actually really good.
We don't know what the first week was because it came out at the end of February, like literally the last day. But yeah, I'd say well earned. They also confirmed that they're gonna start working on an expansion now.
Cool.
So can't wait to play that. Can't wait to put my disc back in because I platinumed that game and haven't really touched it since.
That's usually how it goes.
Even though there's probably like a few side missions I missed, maybe because the map is kind of big.
The only gameplay. Wait, how the fuck did you platinum it if you didn't complete it?
There's there's probably a few side missions I missed that you didn't need to do.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of side missions in that game.
Only gameplay of Horizon Zero Dawn that I've seen was gameplay that Jim Sterling did in his Jim Impressions, and also gameplay that you posted on your channel. So I don't know much about it other than giant mechanical T-Rex.
Yeah,
pretty much all you need to know.
Yeah, I don't
and
know
those things
anything.
turn into
Also, she holds a boo.
I'm with you, Jacob. I don't know. That's all I know about it.
It's a very damn good game. I gave it a 9 in my review.
I would like to play.
It's very pretty looking.
Very good. Yeah,
I will
Guerrilla Games quality graphics.
It looks
They
amazing.
have a good story. I won't say great. A good story.
That's what I expect.
The gameplay is king.
Yeah.
The gameplay in that game is fantastic.
Cool.
Fighting the machines, it's not like a new concept, but the way you fight them is kind of refreshing. But then, because then you have to fight people also too, and that was a slow part because fighting people is boring and monotonous. They're like arrow sponges, even though you take down a fucking watcher with one hit to the lens.
Yeah.
But a fucking person, you have to do a headshot, or else they won't go. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit. But at the same time, good game. I'm nitpicking when it comes to that stuff. I can't wait to see the expansion and the sequel. What else is there? Oh yeah. Xbox is adding a speech-to-text type thing for their games. This actually sounds cool. Like, you know how on PC you can type and you see the stuff in the corner?
Oh, yeah.
Now you can speak into the mic and it'll put it in the corner for you.
Huh. Oh, okay. Kind of like how on phones you can, like, speak into the microphone and it'll text it out.
Yeah, like this is like for...
Oh, I thought you were... Never mind.
This is like for console. Like, so you can like, say something
Oh, okay.
And then
So
they
it's
can
just
see it.
yeah.
Basically,
So you don't
instead-
have to type it in.
Yeah,
like,
because you
during
can't really
gameplay.
type unless you get the extra keyboard for the.
Because I remember, like, if we had to send a message to someone while we were playing Uncharted
Oh,
or something,
God.
we had to, like, find a safe place and then
Hi.
press the home button and wait, like, 50 seconds for it to
RAM.
load up.
That RAM on the
And
PS4
then we had to,
got you.
like, slowly type in each letter.
It was worse on the PSP.
Oh, God, the PSP
It
was
was like a
awful.
legit phone.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
the old style
Yeah, they keep
phone.
hitting the
yeah.
fucking buttons to get to the one you.
Yeah,
Shit.
that's cool. That's a good little feature.
But yeah, that's cool. And they're gonna. I think they said it's gonna come to Halo Wars 2, and eventually to all future games on the Xbox platform.
Yeah, I see stuff like that.
Good job, Microsoft.
Yeah,
that's a really good feature. I actually wish more games had that.
It should.
That really is convenient.
That's the one thing I love about PC. Like even like if it's not like being useful, because like I was playing Titanfall 2 on Origin, and like the chat can either be helpful or hilarious. Because like this one guy got dropped on multiplayer, we all saw it. And he was like night night, and the guy that got killed was like, "Thanks for tucking me in."
What the hell?
And it's like stuff like that's just hilarious that you can read it while playing the game.
Oh my god.
Now this can happen on console, so I'm looking forward to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it can help the game get more competitive because you can actually put stuff down and help. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you can shit talk with text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, speaking of
Yeah, you a
Mike,
bitch.
like, hey bro, you suck, and you see them.
Now all they need is a text to speech so we can talk like Stephen Hawking. Oh my god.
Get wrecked, you cunt.
Get wrecked, you motherfucker.
I fucked your mom. God,
Now I shall eat my cheese pizza
Oh man.
with
damn it.
extra cheese
Cheese. Oh my god.
All right,
and pepperoni.
all right. Those are
Alright.
the main topics. So now we
Next.
can get into. Those are all the main topics.
Oh.
So now we get into games we're playing right now and recent games we've beat or platinumed. You can start. You probably
Go
haven't
ahead.
done
Start
Okay.
this. I'm gonna
Um,
take the longest.
Well, I actually did recently like play a little bit of Minecraft. That's a huge step for me because I haven't touched a game in a while. But
How
I've
dare
been,
you have a job?
I know. But
Relatable.
I've been just watching shows more or less. Like that's pretty
I've been watching.
Iron Fist
Ben
comes out
10.
today.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, Iron Fist. Yeah, I need
That
to
comes out
watch
today.
that too.
I'll watch that tonight.
Yeah, but like I've just been watching
Let me
Ben
know how that
10, and then that's pretty much it. Besides that,
All right.
Well, if we're talking about platinums, I actually recently finally got the Gravity Rush 2 platinum. Holy shit, that gym farming trophy was a piece of crap.
Yeah, I
Oh
hated that
my
so
god.
much.
I had you know what gym in Gravity Rush how you had to collect the gyms, right?
yeah.
There's a trophy we have to collect. Is it like 200,000?
60,000.
60,000.
Oh God.
But you need to have like 70.
That's the easy one. See, you have to max out cat, and a max out cat you have to collect at least 4 times that.
Oh God.
I was thinking it was 7,800.
You see, to max out cat, you
I
gotta
remember that,
divide by dog.
78,000. 78,000. What am I talking about? Yeah.
And in order to do that, you have to go to this one. Well,
There's one level.
There's one level where you have to keep sliding across,
The surface.
slide off again.
So you're just
save,
okay.
load, and rinse, repeat.
So it's like the first Ratchet and Clank.
Yes,
where
but
you, where you
only
try
you
to get a
can't-
million
But you
bolts.
know
Oh,
how
you
you have
can't
to
go to
keep
sleep.
going. You have to keep
you have to
controlling
keep
it.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, it only
Oh.
took me like.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't take as long as the Ratchet one, but
Still crazy.
your brain cells die.
Yeah.
You lose brain cells.
Good God.
But
I don't
when
like farming stuff.
Me either.
Luckily, you probably could find a lot if you just explore all of the city. But
Yeah.
I didn't thought doing all that.
But yeah, that's my
Anything else, or that's it?
That's pretty much it for now, because I'm still waiting for my next paycheck in order to get some more games. But
Well, I guess I know now. I beat
That's
Horizon, of course, and I got the platinum one. I got the platinum in 6 days because I have no
how the
fucking
hell
life.
did you do
God
that?
'Cause I
damn,
have no,
son.
Okay,
He no
Horizon.
life to the game.
Here's why I give Horizon a 9. It was literally hard as fuck for me to put the game down. It was very fucking hard. Like I do a side mission, like this is my last one. That turns into me doing 3 more.
I can't.
Then I turn it
can
off,
wait.
and it's like I have to fucking do my homework.
That was me with Skyrim when I first played it.
That was me with Witcher 3.
So that's why I beat it in 6 days because I played like 2 days. I had Horizon all day, like 12
Games
hours.
like that, just
Only taking a few breaks.
It was
in between.
that and the Borderlands games that I was like that.
Oh my god.
I was like that also with Tools of Destruction.
I thought that was Infamous, and that was the last game I was like that with.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we
Tools 2.
no-lifed Borderlands 2.
Good God.
And that was like the third time you had no-lifed Borderlands 2.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ.
There's so many side missions,
I wanna
and
play those.
it
We
was
haven't
the
even
same thing.
we haven't even completed it technically.
Isn't
We
that
didn't
game
do
like
all the
DLC,
DLC.
though?
That's true.
Yeah.
We didn't even complete Tiny
But at the same
Attack
time, you get it free
Dragon
now.
Keep
Oh,
with the
we
Tiny
We
Tina.
did, yeah.
When you get
Yeah, we
like a
did do
certain
that.
edition.
I'll do that.
But yeah, I did that. Right now I'm playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's okay. It's getting better now. It started out really slow.
That's how, yeah.
But right now it's actually getting good. The gameplay is actually very good. The graphics are fantastic, but it's hell to run. I cannot max that game out.
Wow.
Like,
You got a pretty
Square
good
Enix.
In certain parts it runs good, but like there's this place called Geothermal Valley.
Oh, okay.
I think they meant that for the graphics card as well. 'Cause shit.
Especially if you have an AMD.
'Cause shit. I fucking had it maxed out. 30 frames. I'm like, shit, that's good enough. But like when you play at 60 or above, you're like, damn, why did it drop this low?
exactly.
So
Wow.
yeah, but I just turned down enough stuff to get to a mostly solid 60.
But
I'm enjoying the game. I think I'm like 62% through it, so I'll beat that. Then I'm gonna hop on Borderlands.
yeah,
That's going to be so fun.
yeah, I want to play.
And
Borderlands too.
anything else?
As well, I should
I'm not really playing anything else right now.
I haven't played Borderlands, so I'd be happy to join.
All right.
Yeah.
We
Definitely.
have a big circle jerk on Borderlands then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, Jacob.
With
you
Ellie
beat-
in the center.
All right, Jacob. So you beat Zelda. Go ahead with your rant on Zelda.
Okay, well, first
Boy.
off, I should say the Wii U disc drive is working again for
What the
no
fuck?
reason.
What? Superior attack.
So yesterday, I no-lifed Hyrule Warriors again.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
I love that game. Like, Hyrule Warriors is the one game where it's just like, they put out DLC, done. No questions asked. I don't even know what the fuck I just bought.
Yeah, they had that effect.
So yesterday, I dropped, I think it was like $27 on their
Jeez.
DLC.
Wow.
Yep.
I love that game
Sounds about
that
right.
much.
Sounds about right.
And I love it because, like, all the new characters that they added Marin from Link's Awakening, and she actually does attack with the winged fish.
Oh, wow.
And they also added Skull Kid, Linkle from Hyrule Warriors Legends. She was like the concept character that they decided to make real.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
I remember that.
And the King Daphneus Hyrule from Wind Waker. Tetra, also from Wind Waker. Toon Link from Wind Waker and Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. One of his
Cool.
swords is actually the Locomo sword from Spirit Tracks.
Huh.
Also, Ravio from A Link Between Worlds and Yuga from Link Between Worlds.
Huh.
Think of Yuga like Zelda's Kefka. And
Okay.
and it was like I just no-lifed playing Yuga yesterday because Yuga is so much fun. And it's just I had a ton of fun with it. I barely scratched the surface of that game. I'm never gonna 100% it because they keep adding shit.
Oh, jeez.
It's a trap.
It's a Warriors
It is a
game.
trap.
It's a
Like
Warriors game. You can't finish them.
you cannot finish them. And that's so much fun. So I no-lifed that yesterday. But also the big game that I've been playing recently is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Wii U and Switch. I, however, bought the Switch version, and
The Wii version?
the Wii U version,
Yeah.
excuse me. I didn't buy the piece of shit Switch. I'm sorry. I bought the superior Wii U version.
Superior.
And I didn't buy the physical disc version because I didn't think my disc drive was working anymore. So I wiped one of my flash drives, stuck that in the back of the Wii U, and I downloaded it off of the eShop. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I must say, is pretty darn good. It's definitely not deserving of the 10s that
Of course.
everyone's giving it. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. I would give it a 7 out of 10 because I do have a lot of gripes with it.
Okay.
But I overall did enjoy the game.
Where would you... What's your favorite Zelda game?
My favorite... Oh, jeez.
Wasn't it-
Not
What
having
is my
one?
favorite Zelda game?
Because I remember we had a conversation about
I
this.
could have
and then,
sworn it
like,
was...
Oh, he's
At
thinking
the
of it.
time,
That's
it
what
was
Smash.
Twilight
It-
Princess.
I was gonna say this real quick while I was thinking of it. I said this on Twitter the other day. People thought I was crazy. If Zelda, the exact same game, was on PS4 or Xbox One, it just ran a higher resolution, it would not be getting all these 10s. It would be getting 7s and 8s.
That's true.
I said it yesterday.
That is true.
I knew it was true.
Why is that the case?
Because Nintendo
though?
gets a pass. They're graded on a curve. You know how the teacher takes like the lowest performing student.
Is it because like they're a classic company or something?
Nostalgia.
Oh, come on.
That,
yeah, they get a break.
They get a pass.
They always give Uncle Nintendo a pass.
That's fucking propaganda.
Nintendo's that
right
druggie
there.
that keeps coming to your house, but they're kind of cool, so you keep giving them food anyway.
Yeah, no, they're not cool anymore.
I don't know, man. They're pretty good at making little plastic figures.
Oh, God.
Shit, man.
They're cool.
But
at
yeah,
that.
that's what I said. You were saying.
Okay, my favorite Zelda game, it all depends, because it depends on what kind of Zelda game we're talking about. If we're talking about a top-down Zelda game, I'm definitely going to pick Link Between Worlds.
Cool.
If I want to play with friends, then I'll definitely, for a top-down game, pick Four Swords Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Because that game is a lot of fun with friends. And it's a legit Zelda game. My favorite 3D Zelda game, I always battle with myself over this question, because I don't know if it's either Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, or Twilight Princess. I cannot, for the life of me, pick between the three, because they all offer so much. Ocarina of Time's good, but it's a little too safe. It's a little too safe. Safe as in, Nintendo seems to have a pattern where they define the universe of the game, and then the next game they don't have to define the universe anymore, so they can just do something new with it. So it's like Mario was defined, and then all of a sudden we got Mario Galaxy, which completely changed everything and made it great.
I see.
And with Zelda, we got Ocarina of Time, which set the lore again. And then the next game we got Majora's Mask, which was amazing.
Gotcha.
And it's just, Zelda seems to follow that pattern all of the time.
Yeah.
And it's even the same with the DS games. The DS games, they cemented the lore with Phantom Hourglass, and then we got Spirit Tracks, which is great. And it always seems to follow that pattern. So I'm always battling with myself whether I like Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, or Wind Waker.
So it's a three-way tie.
It's a three-way tie, but I think Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are ahead of Majora's Mask.
Gotcha.
But anyway, back to Breath of the Wild, which is the newest 3D Zelda game that they've made. The best way I can describe Zelda Breath of the Wild is it's a big pool that... it's a big pool with slightly viscous water that never goes below the 5-foot depth. Does that make any kind of sense to you?
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Okay, well, I'm going to explain it anyway. Essentially, what I mean is they give you a big, massive open world. If you see it, you can go to it. And you can go, you're not given very much direction. However, for the people, the people who want a more like progressive based go to this sort of area, sort of experience, there are NPCs that tell you generally what to do. But you can choose to ignore them. If you want to go to Gerudo Desert, you can go to Gerudo Desert. You want to climb Death Mountain, by all means, burn your ass off.
Yeah.
That being said, though, what you see is what you get. I thought what I was really surprised... Okay, what I'm going to say here... before I continue on, I'm going to say massive spoiler alert for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you haven't played it or even care about spoilers, then click away from the video, because I'm going to divulge everything, because I know you three really don't care about spoilers all that much.
No, go ahead.
So I'm going to divulge everything. Everything. So that means if you care about spoilers, go away. I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay, so with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, what you see is what you get. The whole objective of the game is you must save Zelda, who is keeping Calamity Ganon trapped inside of Hyrule Castle. It's 100 years after Calamity Ganon won, and ultimately was able to kill everything and take over Hyrule. Except Zelda was able to seal him away somehow. I don't know. It's a complicated story. But anyway... The whole objective, like the 4 main objectives of the game, is there are 4 divine beasts that you have to find in order to, and you have to liberate them from Ganon's control in order to, defeat Calamity Ganon. These are the divine beasts of Ruta, of the Zora, like Zora's domain. Vanaboris of Gerudo Desert, and I can't remember the other two because I don't really care all that much. There's one of the Rito tribe up to the north, and then there's also the one of Death Mountain for the Gorons. And you basically go and you explore, and you go ahead and you free all these divine beasts, and you liberate the souls of the 4 champions that were trapped upon the divine beasts whenever Calamity Ganon won, and they all died. You free their souls, and you gain control of the divine beasts again, and then you do your final raid on Hyrule Castle, and they deliver a massive blow on Calamity Ganon, and then you defeat Calamity Ganon and you win the game. And that's it. That's literally it.
Sounds
like
a typical Zelda game.
No, I mean, the thing is, though, I made it sound really long, but this is the thing. Let me go ahead and restate all that again with the actual length of how it feels. You wake up as Link. You walk out. You find out that the king of Hyrule gives you your missions. You liberate the 4 divine beasts. You defeat Ganon in the end. That's all you get.
What I've heard from a lot of people is
that's all you get, though.
Crap ton of side stuff.
There is a crap ton of side stuff, but the thing is, it's all inconsequential because they don't give you any characters to care about.
Oh.
Well, actually, they do. They do. There are a lot of characters that come to mind easily that I care about, but they never give us any character development.
Uh-huh.
So they're all flat characters. None of these characters have any sort of dimension to them. And this game has given us a ton of great characters, like Mipha, who was the champion of the Zora tribe, Daruk, who is the champion of the Gorons, Lady Urbosa, who is of the Gerudo, and Rivali, who is of the Rito. And they give us these 4 great characters, but they never really do anything with them. They sort of act as chalk points. That's all they really act as, is chalk points. They act like a collectible. Like, I collected this thing. Yay, you have no use to the story anymore. And it's so disappointing because they give us these great characters, they do nothing with them. One character that has taken the internet by storm is a sexy, beautiful fish man named Prince Sidon of the Zora. People are absolutely fawning over this character, and, well, me being a gay man, let's be honest, I'd eat that fish. I'm not a furry or a scaly, but goddamn, that has me a little hot and bothered.
What's up with Link cross-dressing?
Oh, I'll explain that.
Are
you
man.
Serious? I'll explain that. But they give us this beautiful character, Prince Sidon, and they never do anything with him.
Lovely.
And it's like, no, I want more of this beautiful fish man, please. And it's like, nope, you get nothing else. That's it. And one problem that I found while playing the game is that the game has a intended order that is unwritten. It's an unwritten intended order where you do Zora first, then Goron, then Gerudo, then Rito. However, with the way that the game is structured, all of the divine beasts, when you decide to stop getting sidetracked on side missions and you decide to do them, you can easily do all of the missions in half an hour. Like, you can easily, if you decide to go to Death Mountain, you can easily free the Goron people of the tyranny of Val, whatever the fuck it is, in 30 minutes. And it's so disappointing that the game is lukewarm in this regard. Because it's like, you can beat them so easily. The only... How do I describe this? The game blows its load with the first Divine Beast, which is the Zora one. Because the Zora one, Varuta, is the only one that the game seems to do correctly. Because when you go in, you're traveling along in the overworlds, and then all of a sudden a Zora from the river calls out to you, and you walk over to them, and they tell you that there's a problem that they need help with at Zora's domain. So you're like, oh shit, alright, I'll go to Zora's domain and I'll help. And then you meet Prince Sidon. And you meet Prince Sidon, and he says, we need your help over at Zora's Domain. So you travel, it takes an hour to get to Zora's Domain on the trail. It's such a long travel. And it's just really cool, that long travel, and you're meeting Prince Sidon along the way saying, it's only a little bit farther from here. And then once you finally make it to Zora's Domain, it is pouring rain in the game. And it's just, you're just getting completely poured with rain, and you talk to the townspeople, and then the Zora, for some reason, are able to live like up to 300 years. So the older people of the Zora are like, wait a minute, I recognize you. Are you Link? And then they hate you, the elderly do, because the reason why is because of Princess Mipha of the Zora. She was a master healer. And she ultimately was the head healer of the army. And as such, all of these soldiers who fought Calamity Ganon 100 years ago love Princess Mipha as if she's their own kin. And they hate you because they blame you for her death. And so there's already some great plot depth going on there. And then you go and talk to the king of the Zora, who instantly recognizes you as Link. And they start, and there's like a whole great bunch of story dump, and a whole bunch of a great character progression of Prince Sidon and the king, and also the servant of the king, who was the right hand of Princess Mipha before she died. And so he hates you, so then you have a little mini quest to convince him to join your side on this. And then you have to climb up a trail to the top of Shatterback Point, and you have to Metal Gear Solid style sneak around this enemy called the Lionel, in which you have to the Lionel is essentially like a one-hit kill at that point because you're so weak. And you have to collect shock arrows. And then once you collect the shock arrows, you then leap off of Shatterback Point, and then you meet up with Prince Sidon, who then you ride on his back while circling around Varuta, and you calm Varuta down using the shock arrows, and then you actually get to enter inside of Varuta, and that's the first major dungeon. And you beat that first dungeon, you liberate the soul of Princess Mipha, you break the control Calamity Ganon has over Varuta, and that's the first fourth of the game. What I described to you was absolutely amazing, and there was also a subplot of Varuta is able to create an endless stream of water, and that's why it's constantly raining. But the dam is about to break, and if the dam breaks, that's going to destroy Zora's Domain and also the southern half of Hyrule. And so that'll wash away the Zora, and it'll wash away the people, resulting in hundreds of thousands of deaths. That's great character. That's great storylines. That's just a great chunk of the story. That's the only time the game does that.
Oh.
The Gorons have nothing as deep as that. The Gerudo have nothing as deep as that. And the Rito...
Oh, shit.
No. And that, like, Varuta, the Zora, is literally the best part of the story game.
Lovely.
And the game blows its load in the first fourth. And then the rest is still good, but it's just... It's not the same, and it's just... It just hurts that, like the first dungeon I beat was the best part of the game. And it didn't get much better than that. In fact, it got a little worse than that. And that was the biggest disappointment I had. Anyway, I ranted on for like 10 minutes there about Varuta. What else did you want to know about it? Oh, the shrines. Instead of heart containers and magic containers, there are shrines. And each shrine is a mini puzzle, physics puzzle. And you beat the shrine, and the monk in it gives you a hero soul. And you cash in 4 hero souls at a goddess statue for either extra stamina meter or a heart container. So instead of doing pieces of heart, it's hero souls. And you can choose whether you want more stamina to climb longer and run longer and swim longer, or if you want more health so that you don't die like a bitch as often. And that was interesting. However, there aren't enough shrines to completely max out Link. There aren't enough shrines to give you the full 30 hearts and 3 stamina wheels. So you have to pick and choose how you want to do it and how you want to divvy out your power-up.
That's kind of annoying.
And
I don't like when games really do that with their upgrades.
I do, though, and it worked
Basically,
for me.
you can't,
Because, I want to be able to complete it. That's just me personally, I guess.
Yeah, and you can't.
They don't stack abilities
either. You can't. It's not. The game's not designed that way. It's designed. It's designed off the original Zelda philosophy. Do you want a heart container or do you want this potion? And they're working off of, you have to pick and choose and decide what path you want to go on. And you decide when you want to go down that path.
You to be limited.
Because you could very well have 5 hearts and 2 stamina wheels, and that's nice and all. You have a lot of stamina, but you have 5 hearts instead of the potential 10. And so it's a pick and choose, which adds an interesting dynamic to the game. But the result is that you can't truly complete the game in that regard. Yeah. However, the way they mitigate that is you can cook different recipes and they can give you temporary hearts, which instead of red are yellow. And the temporary hearts are essentially, your maximum amount of hearts is 10. But with this, if you eat this, you can have 19 hearts, with 9 of those hearts being temporary. Which temporary means if you get hit and lose that heart, then that's it. It's gone forever. Yeah. So if you want more temporary hearts, you got to eat something else or drink another potion. And it's an interesting dynamic that helps early on in the game. But once you're late game, it doesn't really. The temporary hearts are inconsequential. The durability system. Weapons. The weapons now have durability.
Okay.
So the hedgehog has durability.
It depends on how it's executed. How it's executed.
Poorly.
It depends who you talk to. I defend the durability system. I'm one of the durability system defenders, but I see the gripe with durability.
Can the Master Sword even break?
No, the Master Sword cannot break. Okay. It can run out of energy, which means if. Essentially, the Master Sword you can only use against allies of Ganon, or rather, those are directly tied to Ganon. You'll know when you can use the Master Sword against something without it losing durability if the Master Sword is glowing. If you use it against, say, a Lionel or a random Bokoblin out in the middle of nowhere, then it loses a certain amount of durability. And once it loses its durability, the Master Sword loses its path, in massive air quotes. And it runs out of energy, so then you have to wait for a 10-minute cooldown for you to use the Master Sword again. And that's to prevent, the quote-unquote abuse of the power of the Master Sword. So you have to use other weapons. And other weapons...
That's some bullshit.
And, not exactly. Because if you play like I do, you find you never need to use the Master Sword ever. Because I find myself using the Flame Blades and other spears and claymores and whatnot. Early on weapons have very low durability, they're made out of glass. You swing them 10 times and they break.
Oh, it's like that.
It's like Shadow the Hedgehog.
It's very egregious early on. However, the farther you progress, the more durability your weapons get. All of a sudden, you get to the point where it's fuck, I want this weapon, but I have to drop something in order to do this. Do I drop the lightning rod, or do I drop my great flame blade? Do I drop my royal broadsword, or do I drop my Zora spike? It's once you get late game, you find yourself inundated with weapons. So I don't really see it too much of a problem with the weapon durability. And one thing that I find with weapon durability is, yes, I know this is the classic argument in defense of weapon durability, but I'm going to take this argument anyway because I feel it true for myself personally. With weapon durability and how low it is in Zelda Breath of the Wild, it forces me and it like forces my hands to use a variety of different weapons. Like if I could have like a broadsword and shield throughout the entire game, then by all means I would just use that the entire game. But because I know my broadsword and my shield breaks, I then have to say switch over to a javelin or a halberd or a claymore, which then changes the way that the combat flows, which then changes how carefully I have to be and how carefully I approach the battle. And it changed the way I have to time this, and it adds an interesting dynamic for me personally. Not everyone feels that way, and a lot of people think that the durability system is absolutely shit in Breath of the Wild, but for me personally, I feel it was perfectly fine, and I didn't find it too egregious mid to late game. Early on, though, weapons break very quickly, so I can see that issue coming up for a lot of people. But what's interesting about Breath of the Wild is that normally in Zelda games, you're like, there's a bokoblin! Yeah! Kill it, kill it, kill it! But then, in Breath of the Wild, it's like, oh shit, this sword breaks very easily. Let's try and sneak around this. And there's nothing really much that you'll get out of defeating enemies willy-nilly, other than materials to craft elixirs. But let's be honest, though, you don't really need like the monster parts too much. All what you need is like food, like fish and mushrooms and meat. So by the end of the game, you're inundated with like 500 bokoblin teeth. So it's like, it doesn't even matter. So you can avoid battles entirely. But that's a bad argument because the whole point of a Zelda game is to get into battles and to fight with your sword and shield and bow and arrow. So it could be an issue for a lot of people who want to constantly fight. But for someone like me who decides to take the safe route and decides to put on my Sheikah armor so I can be silent and sneak past this really difficult enemy, then I didn't really have too much of an issue, and I found myself enjoying the game a lot because of it.
Alright, I gotta say one thing, because, and I guess I could say mild spoilers for Horizon. I'm not gonna spoil the story or anything here. But Horizon has a similar thing with it. It's obviously bow and arrows in that game instead of like a melee weapon. You have your staff, but that's just there. Like it won't degrade or anything over time. So with the arrows in there, you start with the basic arrows. You can make fire arrows. Like they've shown that before. Yeah. You make the fire arrows, and then here we go, mild spoilers. You get this bow later on in the game, or you can buy it early if you have enough metal shards. It's called a sharp shot bow. Or either a sharp shot or a war bow. Either way, it's pretty much a stronger version of the bow and arrow, and it comes with 3 extra bows. Like you can have a tear bow, which you can shoot at a component on a machine, and that component will come off because it's like an airburst kind of thing. And they have a shock arrow. I think there's also a freeze arrow. I know for sure there's a shock though. And there's also a normal arrow, but this normal arrow is a normal arrow, but it's way stronger than the normal bow you start off with or get further through. But in the beginning of the game, components are hard to come by, or resources. So you're stuck using the normal bow because you're like, oh dang, if I use up these 5 arrows of the war bow, I won't have enough to make those back. So you have to use those. And then it comes down to, oh, I missed the shots, and I'm out of resources. You have to go gather more stuff. So at the same time, it's like, do I want to fight these guys? Because I can take them all with a normal arrow, but this will take a long-ass time. Or I can use these. If I'm lucky and I'm dead accurate, I can take them out quick. And it turns into, a risk. Like when you find a new machine early on in the game, you're like, do I want to fight this thing yet? But even then, like later on in the game, when I was almost max level, I would see enemies where I'm like, I can take those guys out easily, but I don't want to waste the resources. And that's what the game kept doing to me the whole way through. And I had enough for normal arrows. Like the normal arrow you start out with, by the end of the game, ammo's no problem for that. Yeah. You always have enough supplies just from gathering. Although I was going around picking up everything because of my OCD. That might be why. But that, and then you have the better bow. I use the tear arrow, and I use other ones sparingly. Sparingly, but if they're there, if I need to use them, and if I needed to get some ammo, I could probably go around and find stuff around the world. But it was just annoying, kind of like in the beginning, because I was like, dang, I want to fight this thing, but it's going to take forever because I'm too weak right now. And I know I'm too weak because they can still kill you in 2 hits. That was Horizon in the beginning. It's hard as hell. I had enough components, but I didn't want to waste everything on one enemy that I've seen before. I'm like, I could take that thing out, but I'll go through 100 arrows.
Breath of the Wild is styled very similarly.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll go through 100 arrows in 2 weeks. Like, fire arrows, and the machines have weaknesses. Like, certain ones are weak to fire, certain ones are weak to electricity, some are weak to ice, or cold in general. And, yeah, the game was just hard as hell in the beginning. Not because of the machines themselves, but because I didn't have enough resources that I can get killed in 2 hits. Because you can still get killed in 2 hits.
RPG story.
You can get killed in 2 hits now if you're fighting the right thing. But, even then, back then, it was worse because it took forever. If you drop one quick now, the fear is gone. And also, another thing, this kind of goes back to the Master Sword of how there's a cooldown for it.
Ooh. I'm sorry, I was just going to... Never mind, continue.
There's a cooldown for it. Like, Horizon has something similar. Again, mild spoilers. This isn't for the story or anything, though. There's this ancient armor you can get in Horizon. This isn't really that big a thing, so it's okay. This ancient armor you can get because the game takes place long in the future. I won't say how. But you get this ancient armor, you go underground. There's like this cool armor in this cave. I was like, what the hell is that? You get it, there's 2 puzzles. You have to go collect these things called power cells across the game's main story. Go back to that cave, solve 2 puzzles. You get the armor, you put it on. It's called a shield weaver. It's basically this advanced armor that has some kind of electrical shielding on it. And it can pretty much block all damage that you take for a certain amount of time. So you're basically invincible with the armor until it starts flashing red. Then you need to stop getting hit for a little bit so it can recharge. The reason I bring it up with the Master Sword is because with this, it's about getting hit, and the recharge only takes maybe 20 to 30 seconds at most, and that's if you got hit a lot real fast. And I'm like, this armor is OP as hell, but there's no limit to it. Unless I'm trying to fight like 2 Thunder Jaws at once, which are the T-Rex ones. Mm-hmm. Unless I find like 2 of those at once and just let them hit me repeatedly, it's pretty much God mode. And it can take the challenge out of the game because you're pretty much invincible. But at the same time, they let you use it once you get it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with Zelda, I get what they're doing with the Master Sword, but that's kind of bullshit for, you said 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
That's ass.
Believe me, if you get sucked into the game, 10 minutes goes by like that.
True. Yeah.
Like, if you start climbing the mountain, 10 minutes is gone. Like you don't even notice the 10 minutes are gone. And it's like, all of a sudden, your Master Sword's back to full power. It's like, what? Oh, okay, thanks.
That's all I'd say about Horizon. I also have 2 more topics after Jacob's done.
Alright, now, there's one more thing that I would like to complain about for Breath of the Wild. Well, actually, 2 more things. But then I would like to talk about the things that I absolutely love and adore about Breath of the Wild. Okay, one thing that I really hate about Breath of the Wild is its lack of music. Now, I hear you clacking away at the keyboard already. Oh, but Jacob of Retro Tech, what are you talking about? There's tons of great music in Breath of the Wild. Yes, there is. But it's portioned out in a way that I don't appreciate. Like, whenever you go and fight, like, the Divine Beasts, Varuto, and like, your final raid on Hyrule Castle, you get amazing pieces of music. But the rest of the game has sort of, like, I understand the feel that they were trying to go for with the soundtrack of, like, ambient piano music, but you can't remember any of it. And the game is surprisingly, exceedingly silent. Like, when you're running around the field, all you really hear is the wind, which is great for, like the ambient immersion of, like, Breath of the Wild and whatnot. But I want the sweeping Zelda anthem going on. Like, give me the theme of Link as I'm running across the field. And the only time you really get that is when you're riding a horse, a deer, or a bear. And they start playing like the bareback riding music. It's great. It's a great piece of music, but it's very subtly in that piece, and it's just like a bunch of pianos blooping, and it's like, I don't really appreciate the lack of a soundtrack all that much. But when it does give us music, oh boy, it gives us music, and it's some great shit. It's some good shit right there. Some good shit. But one thing I was really disappointed with, like in classic games, when you're climbing up Death Mountain, they give you that anthem, dun 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 dun. Oh wait, was that the right piece?
That was Metroid.
That was Metroid.
I was about to say.
But that also sound kind of like God of War.
That was Metroid. Oh shit.
Did you just? Did you really just make that mistake, Jake?
Da 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 da. That's Death Mountain. Excuse me. Why did I for some reason I just mixed up Death Mountain and
They
Magmar
do have
Caverns.
similar notes.
It's a similar composition, I suppose. But anyway, in Breath of the Wild, when you're climbing up Death Mountain and climbing around Death Mountain, it's like the most you get out of the song is like 5 seconds of silence, and then dum 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 on the piano, and that's like it. Dum 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. And it's like that's all you get, and it's like
but the atmosphere.
Shut up. It was hilarious though because I was talking. I was like I don't know. I guess I was like uber tired because I was like talking as if I was recording a Let's Play, and I was just like, "What the fuck am I doing? I have this fireproof potion on. I am in like this tight ass Sheikah armor, and I'm like my clothes are literally burning from the heat, and like the music was reflecting it perfectly of how stupid the situation was. But it was hilarious in that regard. But the game lacks a soundtrack. Like the one point I felt really like I was playing a true blue Zelda game was when the game blew its load, which was Zora's Domain. Where when you liberate Zora's Domain, they give you a very nice piano rendition of Zora's Domain, which was very nice. But now let's talk about the things that I really love about Breath of the Wild. The first thing I'm just going to segue into it is that one thing that I love about Breath of the Wild is the music that they do give us. There's a lot of theory crafting about Breath of the Wild about where it takes place in the Zelda timeline, and I have concluded that it is definitely after Wind Waker. Definitely for a fact after Wind Waker. And that's because the Rito tribe are the same Rito tribe from Wind Waker. They're just more evolved. Like, you remember the Rito, right, Daniel? Like Medley and like the half-human, half-bird people from Wind Waker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's the same tribe, except they're fully evolved into full birds. They're actually bird people now instead of being half Hylian and half bird. And I just found that interesting. However, what's really weird is that in Wind Waker, the Rito were evolved from the Zora. But in Breath of the Wild, the Zora are also there alongside with the Rito. So that's confusing. So maybe Breath of the Wild's Zora were evolved from the Zola, and the Rito are evolved from the Rito, which are evolved from the Zora original. And it's so weird theory crafting about this game. But I can confirm that it is indeed the same Rito people because the theme of Rito Village is a remix of Dragon Roost Island, which I thought was really cool. It's a remix of Dragon Roost Island, and I love it. And another thing that I really love about Breath of the Wild is that there are over 100 shrines scattered all throughout the overworld. But there are some points in the game that the game decides to shake up how they do the shrines. The most notable one is an island. It's an island in the southern hemisphere of the game called Eventide Island. And it's a random ass island, and you may decide partway through the game, it's like, they said if I see it in the game, I can go to it. I'm going to sail to that island. And you can sail to the island. And then once you get to the island, the monk of the shrine on the island says that there is a challenge on the island, which begins immediately when you step on the beach. You step on the beach, you lose all of your armor, you lose all of your power-ups, you lose all of your equipment, and you start from scratch. The whole challenge of Eventide Island Shrine is to start and survive from scratch. And I just thought that was a really amazing way to shake up the game. And that shrine took me a good 30 to 45 minutes to complete. But it was so enjoyable the entire way through because you're suddenly naked again and you're tossed out on a limb. You're tossed under the bus. And you have to survive. And it's really quite wonderful how they did that. And the shrines shake up sometimes, like Eventide Isle, but also on the Dueling Peaks Mountain. Where two shrines are next to each other on both sides of both like one shrine on both peaks. But what's interesting about these two particular shrines is that they're closely tied together, where the combination of puzzle inside of one shrine is the solution, like the default position of those, of that puzzle is the solution to the other shrine, and the default for that shrine is the solution to the other shrine. And it's just really interesting how the game shakes it up by presenting these different puzzles to you, and it's the way that the shrines are done is very, very nice. And another thing that I really love about Breath of the Wild is how they do the armor system. You can go through the game completely naked if you want, but there are also a whole bunch of customized clothes and armor sets that you can do in the game. And you can do any combination of these armor sets. You can wear the Zora chestplate, the Hylian tights, and the Dark Link mask if you wanted to. Oh. And it's just, you can mix and match whatever you want. However, if you do the full armor... If you do the full armor set, you get buffs to the armor. Like, if you wear full Sheikah armor... you are like completely silent. There is a noise meter in the game. Like you can sneak around. If you wear the Sheikah armor, you are ninja silent. And it's very cool being able to do all that. And then you can take your armor to the 4 fairy fountains that are hidden throughout the overworld, and you can power them up. And it's just really nifty, all of these different things that you can do, and all of the hidden armor pieces that you can do. And it's really lovely how the game does that. And also, what I love about Breath of the Wild is how huge the draw distance is, and how the game handles the distance. Like, at any given point of the world, you can see Death Mountain. And what's really interesting is when you're all the way in Gerudo Desert, if you look at Death Mountain, you can see the divine beast circling around the mountain. You can see the divine beasts out in the distance. And that is just so cool. And there's another thing that I really love where there are 3 shrines. The 3 fountain shrines. There's the Fountain of Courage, Fountain of Wisdom, Fountain of Power. And Zelda 100 years ago, before the strike of Calamity Ganon, was praying at these shrines so that she can unlock her powers. There are 3 Chinese, traditional Chinese or Japanese style dragons that fly around the overworld, and you can see these dragons from way the fuck away. And it's just so amazing. And when you go up to when you eventually make it to where these dragons are flying around, they are Shadow of the Colossus, huge. And it's really quite amazing. And another thing that I really love about Breath of the Wild is there are indeed load screens in the game, but the load screens are only if you die, the game has to reset to where you were in the save point, and also when you go down from a shrine and when you exit a shrine. If you're in the overworld, there are never any load screens whatsoever. None. Even when you go and enter the final dungeon of Hyrule Castle, no load screens. None whatsoever. And I just love that about the game. And one thing that I also love about the game is the frame rate. And let me explain that. The frame rate is actually really, really, really stable on the Wii U version. It is, of course, 30 frames per second, and it does dip down to as low as 20. But I found that the frame rate generally stayed at around 30. And that was very, very nice. And the frames only hitched maybe 4 times out of my 120 hours of gameplay. So that's a pretty damn good record, I would have to say, that Breath of the Wild is holding. And this is Breath of the Wild. I'm just going to wrap up my thoughts now. Breath of the Wild is a very good game. It's definitely not deserving of the 10s that the critics are giving it. I would say I don't mean to be a fan, an over big fan of Jim Sterling, but I was skeptical of his score of 7 out of 10 at first, but when I really thought about it, I think it is indeed deserving of that score. Maybe over time I might give it a low 8 out of 10, but I think a high 7 out of 10 is pretty damn appropriate of a score for it. Because, again, once you free the Divine Beasts and once you go to fight Calamity Ganon, that's the end of the game. Like, that is the de facto end of the game.
Huh.
So, yeah, there you go. The enemies, this is the hardest Zelda game to date, unless we want to count the original and Zelda 2 Adventure of Link on NES. If you're not careful in this game, you will die a lot. And I found myself dying a lot, especially to enemies like Lynels, which are like these centaur-esque creatures that just hurt so much. Like, one swing takes off 15 hearts. Oh, boy. And it's just... It's a hard game, but it rewards you for skill. It rewards you for curiosity. And if you decide to get Breath of the Wild, or if you decide to use methods to play Breath of the Wild, the most enjoyment you're going to get out of this game is let yourself get sidetracked. Just let it happen. If you say, ooh, what's that thing over there? Go to that thing. And if you halfway to that thing say, ooh, what's that thing? Go to that thing instead. The most fun you're going to get out of the Breath of the Wild is getting sidetracked. And I greatly enjoyed what I played. It's not the best Zelda game, and nor would I ever call it the best Zelda game. But oh boy, is it damn a lot better than Skyward Sword. Oh boy. Those are my thoughts of... How long has I talked? I talked for a solid
like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. I told you it was going to take 30 minutes for me to rant about Zelda.
All right, I got.
There you go. Those are my thoughts of Breath of the Wild.
I got
Good game.
I got two quick topics we can end this with. First,
I need a drink.
First one, Sonic Project 2017 got an official name as Sonic Forces.
So, he
And
doesn't need your damn consent.
And they showed some gameplay of it. It looks like Generations.
It looks like Generations and the Day Stations on Unleashed, but really,
yeah, but it looks good. And this was like alpha, very good.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on in the background. It was like 40 seconds of footage.
Yeah, I
Looks
saw it.
cool though, so glad to see. Also,
nice.
Sonic Mania got delayed till summer. God damn it!
Oh well.
That's what I'm looking forward
But
to.
hey, you'll have the entire summer to play it.
True that.
They won't distract you from your finals. So there's a silver lining there for you folks.
There's some Sonic topics, and then to end this off, we got some kind of sad news. The PS3 is about to end production in Japan.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yep, it is.
Damn.
An end of another era.
Damn. We can relate to that. What are our favorite PS3 games?
You already know. Mine is
know.
Uncharted 2. It's just hands down.
I don't. Uncharted 2 is different. I lived on that game. Fuck. I would say Slide 3, but it's not a PS3 game. That's a PS2 game.
What about the first Uncharted? Because I know.
Oh,
that
Drake's
was your
Fortune.
favorite.
Yes.
I mean, I'd say like favorite games. Like
Favorite games on PS3 in general.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Does it include third party stuff?
I can talk about this because
Okay. If it includes third party stuff, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, both Infamous games. But
Oh, yeah,
I
Infamous
love,
games, yeah.
Uncharted, I already said Drake's Fortune, but 2, holy shit, 2.
There's no other game for me that will ever beat Uncharted 2.
We lived on that game. And not only, the main story itself is amazing, but like multiplayer,
gameplay, graphics.
And the thing is, it's rushed. The multiplayer was rushed, and it still turned out fantastic. Like, holy shit.
And then the Crisis series for me, because I played it on PS3.
Army of 2 the 40th Day. While I love that game,
I remember you used to talk about that. Yeah,
out of that game. But the platinum is
I
bullshit.
remember you told me about the platinum.
The platinum is bullshit because you need to save from the previous game to finish it.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. Kingdoms of Honor Reckoning. I lived on that game too.
Yeah, that.
I got that platinum.
Battlefield 3.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't on the Battlefield train.
I got a list.
I honestly would say, ironically enough, Call of Duty Black Ops, the first one.
I really did. I
enjoyed that
Black
one.
Ops.
I enjoyed that one. I know this
Ratchet
is
and Clank
Oh
games.
yeah.
Yeah, those are.
Oh, how did I forget? Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction.
Yes.
My second favorite Ratchet game. Oh my goodness. Because the thing is, I love Cracking Time. I love Cracking Time to death.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something about Tools. Tools feels like a PS3 up your arsenal to me. I
think Tools was such a big step.
Yeah, going from like just like
you look at Deadlocked or Up Your Arsenal, you go to Tools, like holy shit.
And that game still holds up visually. Yeah.
Tools was the beginning of the Future series, and
the Future series was fantastic.
Oh god, that was the last time Ratchet was good.
Great.
Yeah. The PS4 one was good.
The PS4 one was good.
The Future series was like the peak of Ratchet and Clank.
It was. Facts.
I'll never hit that again unless they start and over.
But yeah, that shit. Oh, even though it's not as good as Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I have to give Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 an honorable mention because
I spent a lot of nights on that.
A lot of nights getting pissed off at each other on that.
I broke a lot of controls off of that game.
With your fucking Ghost Rider shit.
Oh man.
Let's see.
But yeah.
The first Infamous is my favorite game of all time.
Oh god, yeah.
I love the first one.
The first Infamous was fantastic. I wanted a superhero game.
And you get a superhero game. Like, oh my god.
The best superhero game. I don't think they've made one. The Batman Arkham games are the only ones I'd say surpass Infamous as far as superhero games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Batman Arkham.
But I love Infamous. It's my favorite game. The second one I like it. It's just it took a while for it to grow on me.
I love both of them.
Festival of Love was cool.
Oh,
Uncharted 1, I played it later on. It was awesome. Uncharted 2 was a truly next generation experience.
That was, to me, the perfection.
Next generation in every regard, in controls, graphics, gameplay, story,
FAL,
oh man, because
FAL.
I remember, yes, I remember whenever I first got the PS3, and I was used to PSP games because that's that and GameCube games was all I had before, and I was used to that level of graphics. And then as soon as I saw Uncharted graphics, man. I kid you not, my jaw dropped. Yeah. The first cutscene, I was like, "What? How does this work? I've never seen this. This is beautiful."
Yeah. So Uncharted 1 and 2, 3 can fuck off.
Agreed.
I like 3. I really
that
do
multiplayer
like
pisses me off. Like
the Resistance games.
Oh, I forgot about those.
The Resistance 1 was great. I think it was a launch game. That was fun. Resistance 2, Insomniac did their own thing. They wanted to
be different,
and apparently I'm not the only one. A lot of fans do not like Resistance 2. They changed too much from the first game. Then they went back to the third game and put stuff back. It was like a perfect middle ground. So 3 is my favorite Resistance game because it was the best one. It had good visuals also. The Future series, I mean, oh man,
that's
there was
that doesn't even need.
There was a point in time where my PS3 was a Tools arcade machine.
Yep, yeah, mine too.
Look, I got Ratchet and Clank. I knew it looked good. When I saw it in person on the same TV I just played Deadlock and Up Your Arsenal, I was like, oh
I recall him getting Tools of Destruction before me because I didn't have a PS3.
I definitely remember.
And I got so pissed off at him that I threw his fucking manual on the ground.
Because
I got both the
I brought to school, he threw it on the fucking ground.
Me and him rode the same bus.
Yeah,
you remember that.
I remember.
And I remember he would show me the manual from Tools, and I got so jealous, and I remember going to Walmart or I remember going to the Sony store up in Orlando. Yeah, and I would see the Tools demos they have in the PS3, and I didn't have a PS3 at the time, and I was like, Dad, I need you can take away my dinner for like weeks, and I'll be fine with just the PS3 and Tools. And that, oh man.
I got Tools of Destruction.
Yes.
I didn't stop playing. I literally played that game straight and probably beat it 3 times without playing any other game in between. I kept playing it. It was just so good.
It's a great game.
The
time whenever I got my PS3, I also got Tools and Crack
You got both
at
the same time.
Yeah,
I did too.
So for me, it was an on and off thing. Like it was either Ratchet or Tools of Destruction or Crack in Time, and it wasn't any other game.
I put Tools in that.
I put Tools in. It was arcade machine at one point. That disc is probably worn.
Oh man!
Luckily, the Blu-ray disc don't scratch as easy.
Yeah, if that was a PS2 disc, it would have been dust. So I played that.
We all remember BG trying to break Uncharted 3.
Mother,
Can't even break the Blu-ray.
Quest for Booty. That was the one that was downloadable.
Still never played that one.
You havened?
No.
You're not missing that much.
I remember the game that made me make a PSN account.
Two games together.
Yeah.
Like that game made me make a PSN because I wanted to download it. I'm like, I guess I gotta make this PSN account now so I can download this game.
That was my first PSN.
So I had to sit here in this exact room where we're recording in my living room right now. Had the PS3 up here, and it took like 2 hours to download it over my crappy Verizon connection. My first purchase ever. I went to the store, bought the card, bought the game because it was like $14.99. So
that's where we would go to.
And I was excited as hell because I'm gonna get to play this game finally. Finally, it's like fucking 11 o'clock at night. The download's done. I played the first level. And I was like, awesome, download. This is the future. Yeah. Now it's simple as shit.
Exactly, yeah. Well, that was next generation.
That was like 08, because that was a year before Crack in Time came out. And speaking of a Crack in Time, I personally...
Welcome to the center of the universe! Give or take 50 feet.
I personally love Crack in Time a little bit more than Tools.
I don't believe
because they refined so much. The weapons are better.
And they brought back the most iconic Ratchet & Clank villain.
I love the...
They brought back Nefarious, the best villain.
I love me some Nefarious.
They refined the weapons. They were even more fun. The graphics were even better.
I love the customization.
The customization of the three weapons were awesome.
Yes.
The story was the best I've experienced
in
the whole series. It was dramatic as hell at some parts. The gameplay was fantastic. Hover boots based God.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Still to this day.
The wrench tether. You can throw the wrench while walking now. It was just a peak of Ratchet.
I remember how you have to stop your Gorian war by going through the
Yes.
The time travel stuff was awesome.
That was fucking badass, man.
Oh my
God. Time travel stuff was so cool.
I love
Crack in Time was so damn good.
I love the open world aspect of it because you could fly around on a field.
Hover ship, and then I like the little mini planets as well.
Yes. The
space radio.
I remember after beating the game because I mean other than just the Insomniac Museum, all you could do was just go on the mini planets.
Yeah.
Even after I beat the whole game, I still went on the mini planets, and you could listen to the radio too while you were on it.
There was still more skill.
The radio was so cool. They didn't have to add that, but they did. They had like 20 tracks.
The radio was awesome.
Yeah. There's like 20 tracks in game for like just the side thing you do while you're flying through space, and it's awesome.
And you know, I love how Ratchet & Clank.
The arena's awesome too.
Oh yeah,
the arena was great. Yeah,
my blaster runs hard as fuck, but it is
no, fuck that.
Fuck that trophy.
I got it for you. Shitty ass part.
And that was a bronze trophy.
Yeah, bronze trophy. That was bullshit.
That should have been at least a gold.
Savante had to get. That was the last trophy.
He wanted to get it for me, and I had to get it for Daniel.
Yeah,
I got that shit twice.
That was the triangle of platinums.
So I consider myself getting that because I was able to do it on another house.
That's sort of similar of how all of our Smash Brothers Melee data are all coupons.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't want to do that shit.
Let's see what else is there. There's
Wipeout HD was
cool.
favorite.
I got a shout out to Killzone because a lot of people are hyped for Guerrilla now that Horizon's out, but Killzone 2 was one of the best shooters ever made. I have to say that. Now, the Killzone series isn't known for like story or anything. The story in 2, the best one, was okay, but Killzone 2 had top-notch gameplay, top-notch multiplayer, and graphics that literally shot Uncharted 2 and 3. The graphics in Killzone 2 were like, there were parts where I had to pause it and like, is this really rendering on a, is it, like I didn't know how it worked, but I was like, is this real life right now? They record this with a camera. That's how good some of it looked. I'm like, damn. Like, it just makes you sit there and stare for a while. It looked so good, and the gameplay was fun, and it was going to keep you wanting to know what goes on. Fun gameplay levels, because like there was one level where you get this electricity gun, and you just go around fighting these drones. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. I beat the campaign. I was like, I gotta know what happens next. But I played 2 after 3, and 3 was just 2 ruined 3 for me.
Yeah.
3, like, people don't like 3, but it's not a bad game, but 2 was so
I remember
phenomenal.
the beta for Killzone 3.
And, you know, I gotta give props to this, because we did have some memories on this game as well. Well, me and Savante did. I don't know. But PlayStation All-Stars.
Yeah.
I just remember your rage quit. Playtime's over.
Sure is.
It sure is.
It sure is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, All-Stars was a fun game. Just it could get bullshit depending on the characters people use.
Ah, man, it's more fun with friends though.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's all fighting games.
All of us and Jonathan playing All Stars, Comedy Gold.
Yeah. I sucked ass at it though.
You never really played it.
But I just couldn't get.
And Nate was a good character in that game.
Nathan, he's okay. He's okay.
Nate's like my third best character in that game.
He's like Cap.
The only time I won was with Raiden, and that's because he was bullshit. He was fucking
bullshit.
Raiden's bullshit.
I still want to rematch with Greg because he used fucking Raiden.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
Kratos is the worst character in that game though. Like in terms of like fighting him, he's a bitch. But
so yeah, All Stars.
Zeus is worse.
Oh yeah, Zeus.
Oh fuck!
Because he has invincibility frames. Like he doesn't budge.
Oh god.
I remember I had some golden moments with Fortescue. I won a couple rounds with Fortescue.
I do remember that.
And I always played as Fortescue and Fat Princess.
I know. My trademark Sly War.
Let's see. What else was on PS3 that was like?
That's what I'm trying to think of because I
know. You play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Ignore the sound. I'm gonna look at my chest of PS3 games.
I know I can,
or at least the ones you decide to keep.
I can pull
MotorStorm. MotorStorm 1 and 2 were fantastic.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And the third one was good too. It sucks Evolution closed, but they should have made another MotorStorm instead of the stupid ass Drive Club.
I remember we played a little bit of Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was an era.
That was a thing.
Yeah, that was a thing. Unfortunately, because the Vita version is literally the better version of the game with more costumes.
And mostly just HD remasters of games from PS2.
Oh, like the Sly Collection, which is still the best collection.
Ratchet Clank Collection, Jack Collection, which I traded in.
You traded? Oh yeah, you did come with that.
Because I want the PS4.
Can I go back to the metal head next? Fucking hell. I swear, me and Platinums were like certain games.
What else was there? There was also like Deadlocked, although that version of it on PS3 was terrible.
You didn't like the PS3 version of Deadlocked?
The frame rate was ass. There were bugs.
Oh yeah.
It was just they rushed that out the door.
I still want a Jack X remaster, man.
They just do an anthology collection of all these PS2 classics for PS4.
Well, let's see what else was on PS3.
There?
I'm trying to like go through my trophy list in my mind.
Well, I can do that on my phone.
Yeah. I have a couple favorite PlayStation 3 games, even though I never owned the console. I did have some favorite games that I liked. Before I got it on PC, Sonic Generations.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic.
That was a great game, a very great game. I also really enjoyed, and it's honestly the best version of it, LA Noire on PlayStation 3. Mm-hmm. It's the best version. The Xbox version, I believe, is 2 discs.
Yeah, it's 2
and
discs.
The PlayStation 3 is 1 disc, and the PC is poorly optimized. So, LA Noire on PlayStation 3 is a good game. Not counting well, I guess we'll count collections. The Shadow of the Colossus and Eco. Those are good. That was a good one, definitely. For some reason, the PlayStation 2 one, the collision detector seems to work a little better, but whatever. Shadow of the Colossus on PlayStation 3 was quite good. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, of course. Always had some fun playing as that derpy Fortescue skeleton.
Compare trophies with me because I want to see my list too.
I think that's really it for me in terms of PlayStation 3.
I found a couple more. Tekken 6, Tekken Tag Tournament. But yeah, most of the Tekken games that were on PS3, Tomb Raider Underworld.
I remember you used to.
Yeah, I used to love Tomb Raider. That was before they made the reboot. And the first reboot game it's a fantastic game, but I'm sorry, it's just an Uncharted.
Really? Yeah.
It plays too much like Uncharted, which isn't a bad thing, but Tomb Raider was always known for its, I don't want to say unique gameplay, but being Tomb Raider. And with the more recent games like Tomb Raider 2013 is what I call it, and Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, that I like those games.
They're great games. They're fantastic games.
My mind is
Uncharted,
just been hardwired for Uncharted. So the whole time, Tomb Raider is a damn good game. Yeah. I enjoyed every bit of it, but I wanted to play Uncharted the whole time. I was like, this reminds me of this one part in Uncharted. I don't know.
Oh, a sleeper hit that no one liked. Remember Me. Now
I got that on Steam. I just haven't played it yet.
Oh yeah. Wait, go down real quick.
I really love the concept.
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. That was a really good game.
What about the game starring Nathan Croft?
Nathan Croft.
I got a bunch of them. I forgot. Okay, I can go back over a lot of these now, and out here I can compare with Find Your Name. Okay, so Journey and Flower.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
how can we forget?
I can't really forget about Journey and Flower. I'll start with Flower because that one's good, but not as good as Journey. Flower is such a peaceful, enjoyable game with nice music and good visuals. I just when you have a lot of shit going on in the day, just play that. You'll calm down and just get a nice calm rush.
The Last of Us.
That's also on here. The Last of Us. Don't know how I forgot that, but I played.
I played the remaster.
It's mostly on PS4. I've played that,
but still, it's a PS3.
But yeah, I played it on PS3 when it came out. Oh man, that game is still the only game that's made me cry because of that fucking giraffe scene. So
that infamous giraffe scene.
So
it's a giraffe.
But yeah, I don't even have to explain myself for The Last of Us. We all know it's a masterpiece.
Yes.
Journey. Brilliant game. Journey is amazing. It was just...
Journey has beautiful music.
Journey was great.
Great art style.
It's beautiful music. It's
very emotional. Yeah, I played it for everyone here, like on this TV in the living room, and we just sat there and watched it. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Mm-hmm. Lead! Me and Kevon played that a lot.
I remember I tried to play that with you guys, but that was just a miserable failure.
You're like, I can't play this.
I can't. I suck at fighting games like that.
That's what gets me, because you play games like Batman Arkham where you have to counter and stuff. But
see, because like whenever it comes to like I guess side-scrolling fighting games like that,
so you'd be better at like a 3D fight.
And to be honest, Batman's not as fast paced. I was hitting square. But that's the same animation. Like, you hit square once.
Well, if you do the 1-100 challenge on Arkham Origins, then that's fast-paced.
Wasn't there like a Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm?
That was PS2.
That was Ultimate Ninja Storm, yes.
Oh, yeah, Storm was on PS3.
So,
not Ultimate Ninja Storm.
Yeah, that was on PS3.
So, for me, again, is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That was the first time I played any Assassin's Creed game, and it was a damn good game.
Okay.
There was... Portal 2, that was the first time I played a Portal game.
To finish that.
And probably one of the biggest ones for me, and this brings back so many nostalgic memories, is Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh yeah,
man.
Yeah, I do remember your Metal Gear phase.
I played the shit out of that. And
Did you try to platinum it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
Did you platinum
No. It says here I only got 55% through with it. And I no-lifed it.
That's what you get for trying to platinum
that was trying to platinum a Kingdom Hearts game. Yeah. Not worth it.
Never try to platinum a Japanese game. It's not gonna
happen. That was definitely
I can also count that one.
Thing.
I can also count that one because Kingdom Hearts, I played it on PS2 for like 5 minutes. I didn't get to legit play it until I got it on PS3 with the HD 1.5 and 2.5. So I had that one. I like the games. I'm trying to get away because it's a trap. It's a trap. You can't just play a number of games in the series. It's a trap.
Was Lollipop Chainsaw a PlayStation 3 game?
Yeah.
Yes. That was also a good one.
Oh,
also God of War. This is my last one. God of War 3.
Oh, obviously.
Woo!
Obviously.
Woo!
I feel like you're not a gamer if you haven't played that yet.
Well, then I'm not a gamer.
I have it sitting in my...
You have it sitting in your room?
I haven't played it yet.
Let's play it on PS.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Something's wrong with you, bro.
I'm sorry. I know.
And yeah, just wait till PS Now adds it.
Yeah,
add the remaster.
Oh, man.
You gotta play God of War.
But,
Woo!
And here's the funny thing about this wet song I'm about to mention. Because I played it like about... let's see... I played it like once about maybe 3 years ago, and I was just disgusted with it. But then one day I just picked it up back in, and I actually got the fucking platinum. Imagine Clink into the Nexus. That was the conclusion of the Future Saga. Yeah. And
no.
it's not a bad
game. It's just so behind.
It's so behind, and you can beat it in one sitting. You can platinum it.
It was like $40 when it came out.
It fell flat after Crack in Time.
Yeah,
it dropped the frame rate to 30. The visuals took a hit.
That's the reason I couldn't play it. Like that frame rate was like.
I thought you like 30 though.
Nah, bro, that shit looked like it was like 25. That shit like it was like.
That's 15. What I'm talking about. Yeah, it's the Nexus does not feel good at all.
But yeah,
I never even bothered with it.
You can borrow my disc if you want.
Yeah.
I think that's
and it's ironic because
I traded that in. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't buy it on disc.
You got it for like $2 on.
Yeah, it was on sale. And I had a PlayStation Plus, so it made it on sale even more. I got it for like $3. That's not what it's worth.
And it came with the disc came with a code for Quest for Booty. I just gave that away on my old channel. Because I was like, I already have this game, so semi.
But yeah.
That's pretty much all I can think of.
That's all I can think of.
Basically, all the Tales games that's on PS3.
The PS3 was a damn good console.
Oh, fuck yes, it
the
was.
The PS3 was a blessing.
The PS3 was the start of my online game.
That was the start of my... Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So, unless you count Size Matters, of course. But,
yeah, Size Matters was just the spark, but then the PS3 was the raging fire of my...
Speaking of people around the world, cussing them out.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
That's when
Making friends over the internet.
And they were like, I was like, last year I'd have my controls in my room still for PS3. Mm-hmm. And like at one point I had my PS3 still in my room. And I would just wake up, it was kind of sad each day when I was like, damn, the PS4 is about to come out.
Yeah,
this thing's gonna just gather dust now, and now it's just down here.
I still play mine.
I still play it sometimes, but like it's not in my room anymore. That means it's a side console for me now.
Is the Uncharted 2 server still up?
Yeah, it's still up. Just good luck finding people.
Okay, that is just so depressing.
It has like 0 players now.
They don't even count anymore.
Depressing.
Huh? They don't even count anymore.
Yeah. That was it had its moment, but I wish to whoever's up there that it would come back. Like I just...
That's why I was mad as fuck at Blue Point and Naughty Dog for not putting it on the fucking PS4 collection. For the damage control ass reason of
we don't want to separate
the communities when you don't want to separate two fucking people.
All I have to say is if anyone out there still wants to play Uncharted 2, get online. We'll play it. I bring it back.
Same here.
Uncharted 4 is a bunch of fuckery.
I love 4, but 2, my heart will always be with 2 in terms of
2 was the best one.
My heart will always be with 2.
Because Naughty Dog tried to...
It's when it required skill.
It requires skill, and the thing is, we had people to play with. That's the thing.
Because they're still asking questions on Twitter.
Like, we had like a squad. It's like,
remember Brad Baywood?
Oh, God.
That was our nemesis.
Brad Baywood, Chris Hayes.
Oh, fuck it. If you guys are listening, fuck you.
that one guy that sounded like
Elm Reaching. Cody.
Cody the
Chris Jr.
Chris Jr. Yeah. What happened to him?
Yes.
Shit. Like Lax Bomber.
Lax Bomber, yeah.
Let's see if you're actually watching this. I don't know. Hit us up again. We're still here.
Wait, say what?
Lexi, if you're watching us, we're still here.
We're still alive.
That would require she would have had to have listened to this all the way through.
Oh, God. Well,
that includes getting through my 30-minute Zelda rant.
Oh, God.
Green Flash, if you're listening to this.
Flash, we miss
brother.
you.
Bro, get a PS4 or something, bro.
Brother.
You know that stuff. Bob's father.
Oh, man. Let's see who else.
From old school days.
I'm reaching.
Can't forget the fuckboy Voorhees.
Voorhees. Shout out to Voorhees. What's
fuck you?
what's that one chick? Roxy.
God damn. God damn.
There was Roxy and there was Trixie. They were like a duel.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Remember Trixie?
I don't remember Trixie.
Oh,
I don't remember.
They were like a duel.
I have no idea who these people are.
Oh, neither do we.
Fragments of the PS3 online. They could have been bots for all we know. Marisha used to do that fuck shit, man. God.
Wasn't it at the fort where he did a pull down?
Yeah, that pull down shit. When you drop down and climb back up, and I'm like, fuck you, man. Or you jump over and then he force pull you back.
That connection.
Yeah.
Let me just say that I couldn't have got into the online gaming community at a better time. The PS3 had the best. It was a great PlayStation Network, honestly. It really was. And I'm sad to hear it go. But
it's really depressing.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think my first foray into online multiplayer was actually Primal Carnage.
And it's ironic, really.
Yeah, I never really
hell of a game
online.
to start.
I never really played online.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I went years not knowing that the PlayStation 2 had online capabilities. I went years knowing that the GameCube didn't. I went years knowing that the GameCube had.
Yes, remember.
Like,
not
knowing rather. It's I didn't know these consoles could do this shit.
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Oh,
that was actually my first online game.
Yeah, and it's sad, really, because my name is Cougar Clan 13, because that's how old I was when I made my account.
Damn.
Holy fuck!
Yes.
Are you serious?
So then
that was 7 years ago.
Wait, did you make yours before me and Savante?
No, I made mine first.
After. It was
Okay, because I made mine on PSP.
Because I remember
I gave him the name.
Yeah. No, he was like Cooper Clan. You said Cooper Clan.
You're honestly really good at making names. Like, Savante's the reason why Retrotech Comms is called Retrotech Comms.
Because he was like Cooper Clan 97 or something.
I said 13.
No, I was like, I'm 13, so fuck it. 1-3. I remember that. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, let's do
so then
Okay,
you made yours.
I was probably a year, like 12.
Well, yeah.
Maybe.
Then I fucking named
I
named Retro Tech. I also named this podcast. So like, and this podcast was named after a joke because when I play Smash Bros and I pick Samus or someone, I call myself the Tech Peasant.
I'm Counter Egg.
I'm Dongs and Tits. Like I have two names on Smash Brothers: Dongs and Tits.
Don't fucking attack me! Don't fucking attack me! You're gonna regret it.
Oh man.
But yeah, I feel old as shit. Yeah. That was 7 years ago.
I feel like the PS2 lasted longer.
Oh yeah, PS2 came out in 2000.
It stopped production like
in 2013 or something.
Yeah.
13. Okay.
Yeah. But again, this is only for Japan. It's ending production.
Yeah.
The US will continue for now, but it won't be soon after.
That's just
I love
so
sad. I love how in the audio, like in the audio piece, you can see the 30-minute block where I'm talking about Zelda.
God.
Anyway,
but yeah, that's
what do you think about finishing this off?
Yeah, that was my last one. PS3. I mean, for Japan at least it's wrong, but for the US, it still has a few more years at least.
I don't want to.
The
more
PS2
than I already am.
The PS2 got its last game in 2014, so the PS3 lasts. So the PS5 is next.
I love my PS3. I always will love my PS3.
I love the PS3. My original.
It's so pirate friendly.
My original fucking broke though.
So fucking pirate friendly.
Really?
My original broke like 3 fucking times.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so
I had overheating issues though.
Yeah, they got the yellow light like 3 times. There was this place called Level 8 close by that would fix it for me. And eventually I was like, okay, let's fix it so I can upload my data to the cloud and get a Slim. And I did that. All my save data was there. No problems. I still have it in my closet.
Wasn't it like something about the gel? Like the
thermal gel was...
thermal
the graphics card burned out in the thermal gel.
Yeah,
just a bunch of bullshit.
I never got the yellow light.
Last gen consoles were dog shit in terms of reliability.
Yeah.
The 360 was like the most...
And the tradition continues with the Switch.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes.
Well, the architecture in the PS3 was very primitive, though.
That was advanced.
It wasn't efficient, though.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like 512 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
And it was using Cell, which is strong, but it's hard as fuck to the
RAM than PS3.
I think it has the exact same amount, or a little bit more.
What is
the Vita has this exact same or a little bit
more.
Oh
yeah.
You could do.
Meanwhile, the PS4 has 8 gigs of DDR5.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I never got the yellow light of death, but this was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I had to the hard, you know how hard drives give out after a certain amount of time. Since I've had mine for God knows how long. I had to exchange the hard drive.
I remember now. We got ours on the same day.
Christmas. Yeah.
So I went to your house. You had the greatest hits cases from.
Good God, I can't even remember how long ago that was. I remember I used to keep track.
Crack in Time was already out, so it was either Christmas 09.
09. It was 09.
I'd have to say, yeah, because I remember Uncharted 2 commercials on TV.
Yeah, those infamous commercials.
Because I remember the Uncharted 2 commercial was it was this guy and his girlfriend. And
she wanted to watch the movie with me.
Yeah, it was she thought
with Kevin Butler.
Yep, and she thought Uncharted 2 was a movie because they were going for movie night, and the guy was like, "All right," so he was playing Uncharted 2, and yeah, and I can't blame him because it looks like a fucking movie. Like, man,
how the hell would you mistake a video game and a movie though?
It looks so real.
Like, I can imagine the cutscene, but the gameplay.
Okay,
it was just good advertising.
The Order.
What?
The Order 86 though.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear about the pre-orders.
It was good advertising, if you ask me. Like that, because they capitalized on how good it looked.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's
also not forget about the Subway commercials.
Oh, good God!
The Subway beta. That beta was ass.
No, I remember. Okay, so they
wasn't
had
there like Nathan's jumping towards something?
Get
and
your
it's like
holding the fucking sub in his
He was holding the sub in a drink, and he busted through a window, like got up and was like advertising and smiling, like, "Oh, go to Subway.
Go to Subway now."
No,
ow.
I remember they had the Subway codes on
the cups.
Well, that and the on the bags of chips.
Yeah.
What was the
like late? They're like the sun dried tomato and the
sun chips.
Cheddar one. Yeah,
sun chips. Okay, so I made sure, I told my dad, I'm like, all right, this whole week we're going to Subway. So I still have the Subway cups.
I still have some on top of the refrigerator.
Yeah, I still have those. But I remember one time at school, there's remember the vending machine? They had the sun chips in them.
Oh yeah.
So they had codes on them.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that too.
I remember we were walking out of the lunchroom and I saw one on the ground and I'm like, whoosh, and I swiped it up. And I remember I would try to like if there were any like people who didn't want their bags anymore, like I'd ask them for them.
Like, what the fuck do you want these for?
Yeah. But oh man,
that's how I got mine. Cause I didn't.
I went
the Subway
somewhere
I went to wasn't even doing that.
I don't even remember what the fuck you would win. Like I know you
so
would
like extra. You could win like a trip or some shit.
Yeah, like you could win a trip or like, and then you get
wins.
in-game prizes.
Yeah, I remember getting in-game stuff because
that beta was ass though. Low-key, real talk.
It was the worst thing ever.
That was worse than the final game.
That's where the Kal-El was.
Kal-El.
Oh my god! Remember the what is it? The airport. Remember the beginning airstrips.
The lag on that part was atrocious.
Oh god! But like on that beta, the only parts you could play was the beginning airplane chase scene. And
2 hours.
Sorry, 2 hours.
We hit the 2 hour mark.
But yeah, that I was just saying like that was.
I just remember all of us going on a chateau at one point. It's like, all right, fuck it,
that was our bullshit thing. Like,
but do you want mystics?
No.
Yeah, we're not gonna start on that.
Uncharted 3 was funny though, cause like that, no game has ever made me rage as hard as Uncharted 3. Like the campaign alone made me bring a controller. I remember I was sitting in this exact same chair. I was looking at that TV. That thing was not the exact same. Actually, the exact same TV. I'm playing the part where you're in the desert and you just find people.
Oh, and the settlement.
You gotta get a gun.
Yep.
I'm playing that on crushing.
Yep.
The fucking controller's not responding correctly to my inputs. Oh. I fucking died for like the 5th time, and I Hulk slammed the right stick. Like I'm still holding it. My grip is so firm the controller doesn't even really move that much, but the right stick gets fucked.
Oh my god.
So I had to get a new controller. The right stick was fucked. Like the ring around it cracked for me hitting it so hard.
I have never broken a controller in my life. I, however, have bitten a controller.
Let's play 2 minute anniversary then.
Like Uncharted 3, like I was mad as shit.
There were 3 distinct fucking moments that I remember.
Battlefield 3, I remember.
Battlefield 3.
Oh, God,
you were in the chat. You were like, what the?
I did. I threw it. I don't even. I remember.
I threw my shit so much.
I went through a bunch of controllers in my high school days.
I remember one time I was just having like a bad day. On Uncharted 2, I was like, for it. Then he bought the plus. I'm like, fuck it.
I remember that! Oh my god! I remember that! Holy shit!
I broke like 2 off of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
The fort! I remember that.
I broke 2 off of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That was also the time where you angrily proclaimed you need to take a shit.
Oh yeah! We were playing against it was you and
Brad. And me and we beat you. You're like, yeah, well, I gotta take a shit.
I gotta go take a shit.
No, fuck that. That never happened. That never happened.
That was 2v2
on
I wasn't a part of it, and I remember it.
Oh my god.
2v2 on El Tempo.
That's Brad. I'm pretty sure he remembers that.
That was funny as hell.
It's like, all right, well, I gotta go take a shit.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I think, because there was one thing, you know how Hulk does that grab move where he throws you down on the ground? Did my controller like that one time online.
Speaking of 3, didn't you throw yours once when you were fighting that one guy that joined our match and he did like an infinite combo on you?
If he was using Dante, then yeah.
No, he wasn't Dante. He had like normal people, but he was just like destroying you.
Well,
like,
that makes it even worse.
Like he had like Cap, Thor, and like
How the fuck? If you're good with Thor, fuck you. Because like That proves you're hacking.
Wow.
Yeah.
That proves that
Thor
sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, Thor
If
sucks.
you're good with
game.
Thor, you're a hacker confirmed.
Yeah.
You should go kill yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was.
I
was
threw
a
my
good
shit down like
console.
Colt does that. I was like,
I just remember
shattered.
versus Capcom
The
2
fucking,
days
I think one of the L1 flew out. And then,
Oh
like, when I was
God.
playing All Stars,
Oh.
that's what Yvonne did.
Yeah,
I was
you
playing the
should find
campaign,
my slide, man.
going for the fucking platinum. I'm playing as, I think, Ratchet, fighting against Slog in the campaign.
Yeah.
Fucking Sly's doing some bullshit. My controller's not responding. I'm like, do what I fucking tell you. And I end up crunching the controller in my hands.
Oh my god.
And I throw it down, and the L1 button flew out again. And I was like, shit, now I can't block. So I had to beat the game without blocking because I couldn't afford a new controller yet. So I couldn't block for the rest of that game. And I was like, fuck.
Oh my god.
I used to get angry as shit. I still kind of do. I don't throw
Capcom 2
anymore.
are all of our rage quits. Like, I remember.
Vaughn, you rage quit more than me.
Oh, you be doing some fuck shit on that
Hey,
game.
bro, Proton and Kevin.
Like, I remember I do my, I think it was like Weapon X or something. He just put your fucking proton cannon. Cancel my special.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, remember when we said we were going to wrap up the show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Proton Cannon.
I'm like,
Iron Man with superior tech.
no, superior.
Alright.
I have no idea what the hell happened
they're-
to this
they're-
conversation anymore.
That's a sign it's time
Is
to get
this
the
a
fuck out.
conversation anymore? I don't
No.
even know.
Man, that's a sign it's time to get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
it's time to go.
All right, let's wrap up.
We've
Outros,
wasted way
guys.
too much time.
Outros.
PS3 is great. I'm Cool Clan 13. That's it from me.
Yeah, that's same here. Goodbye from Daniel.
Alright, I'm Jacob of RetroTech. You can find me on RetroTech.coms where I occasionally upload content. And,
Slide in DMs.
no. I'm also Jacob of RetroTech at RetroTech.coms on Twitter. And you can't find me on Facebook because my profile is private. Fuck you. Alright.
Well, all right, yeah, and that's all of it here. I'm Varant One signing out. Join the Vanguard. Follow me on Twitter.
What the fuck?
Oh, the Vanguard?
Is that why your
That's-
name on Facebook is Von Holla? Oh, god damn it. Fuck you.
If I make that my new thing, join the
Fuck
Vanguard.
you.
This is his version of the bro fist or the bro army.
Hey, join the Vanguard. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe on YouTube to both these channels and RetroTech. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching and listening to us for 2 hours. I apologize for your loss of IQ points and probably slight increase of insanity. But we
Well,
appreciate
I
it.
like to think that my points about Breath of the Wild were pretty damn good.
But that's all. That's only 30 minutes of the whole podcast, though.
Touche. Alright.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
See ya.
You all are fucking stupid.
That was